Hola, compadres, ¿qué pasa? And welcome back to another episode of Deus Vault. It's been a while
It's been a
since we
while.
played 5th edition. Let's see, what has it been? 5, 6 months, something like that?
January.
January?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Well, no, we played Starfinder first, didn't we? Because we took December off.
Yeah, and then we played. We finished up the 1 week of 5e in the
Maybe.
beginning of January, and then it was.
I don't know. It's been
Open that
several
way because
months.
it's Cinco de Mayo.
I don't like that light. I'm gonna turn that off. That's too bright. All right. Yeah, but it's been a while. So let's see what
Your screen is possessed, my dude.
yeah, again. I think I have a short in my webcam. I need to buy a new one. I just keep forgetting it's shorted out.
It was fine until we started stream.
Oh,
I had that same issue because the one I had stopped doing audio.
that's why I use my headset for audio. But anyways, last time on Deus Vault, oh boy, did a lot happen. You all returned to Vatica. There was a great parade. Again, this is what the third, fourth time at this point, right? It's old hat. You guys know the drill. There's a parade. There's a ceremony in the Grand Temple. There's a prayer and benediction by the Pope. You met the Pope again.
We lost Brian.
Uh,
That was something cool that happened during the.
He's possessed just like Alara.
We haven't gotten to that. We haven't gotten that far.
So who's doing Masha's tonight?
I am.
Grapple?
I am. Well, I conveniently kill him because now I'm the villain. Ha ha ha.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, trying to get it positioned
Oh,
to where it's
a
not
long
going to freak
rest,
out.
right?
Okay. I hate my camera. Anyways, we'll try to get through this. If I need to, won't do video, which sucks because as DM, being able to talk with your hands, fantastic. Anyways, a lot happened. Came back to Vatica, did all of that. There was like a little party for the high society folks, and you went to that. Father Ironcloak spent most of the evening with one of the Cockatiel sisters, flirting. McGear talked to some people. Kedron talked to some people. It was a great night. You all were invited to the D'Artagnan Manor the following day for dinner, a little private affair. You all went in your evening's finest. Josh, did you figure out your armor situation, by the way?
So it's elven chainmail, and it basically fits into clothes. And it counts as medium armor, even though it's light.
Elven chain. Chain shirt, medium rare, +1 AC while wearing this armor. You are considered proficient. You like armor proficiency. Made of metal ring. Shirt can be worn between layers of clothing or leather. Offers modest protection. So the question is, from a roleplay perspective, did you wear this under your clothes going to the D'Artagnan Manor where you have lived off and on for the past several months?
I don't think of a reason why I wouldn't.
Is there a reason why you would?
PTSD?
Our ceremonial robes, correct?
Yeah. Like whatever your evening finery is, yeah. Masha is wearing pants.
I'm going to say that I would, simply because I know the not SCP is a thing, and I've not necessarily, aside from that one instance in Vatica, have had too many things hit me. And through adventuring over the last, 2 years in game? Year and a half in game?
6 to 8 months.
Yeah, it's like 6 to 8 months.
It would have been a year and a half, but we had that whole going back in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a backwards time jump.
Yeah. So year and a half then. I've gotten used to wearing it. If you want to provide a separate
Sure.
argument, I'm more than happy to.
No, I'll allow it. I'm just checking roleplay. All right, so you all went to dinner. Most of you not wearing your armor. Not a whole lot of weapons with you. During this dinner, Kedron, your father, gave a speech, basically saying, for the first time in your life, he's proud of you. You are officially named his heir. It'll be announced in the morning, a big public declaration, because while it was accepted, it was never done. And it's kind of a thing in high society to publicly announce your heir. Because who knows? He could have passed it off to like a distant cousin or something. He can if he wants to, if he hates you enough. Very touchy-feely moment. Kedron feeling great. He's finally made his father proud. The soup course is served. Soup tastes good. Good soup. Until you all pass out in it. Upon waking, Kedron's mother and father are both gone. Kedron's dad's seat is missing. What? And after a little bit of looking around, you realize none of your magic is functioning. Upon trying to leave from the table, you get a little ways away before running face first into an invisible wall.
I believe we realized that there was no magic when I went to pull out my invisible dagger out of my boot and it was visible.
Yeah. Not a pretty looking dagger because I never expected anybody to see it. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that you were inside of a 2-layer trap with a force cage and an anti-magic field nestled one within the other in the order that makes sense, with millimeters between each of those enchantments. And the runes activating them underneath the rug are also protected by the cage. A few minutes into this investigation, Laura, a childhood friend of Kedron, bursts into the room, seemingly in hysterics, crying, freaking out, saying they're killing everyone, please help. Kedron, understandably shooketh at this point, begins talking to her, telling her it's going to be okay, we're going to get this figured out, here's what we need to do to fix it, go to this place, grab this thing. And after a little bit of trying to console her, she begins to laugh and tell him, you really think I need your help? Oh, big, strong Kedron, here to save the day? Now, previously, you all had lost the Hand of Vecna. Ilara, in one of her episodes of being controlled, traded it away for a pretty cool axe. The illusion on Laura's hand dissipated, revealing the mummified, desiccated hand attached to her wrist. She had it. After laughing at you all for a little bit, the doors open, and Kedron's mom, with a few minions, drags in Kedron's father tied to a chair. Along with Brother Petrovich, who has been you guys' contact between you and the papacy since the beginning. He goes on this deranged rant about, thank you for bringing these pieces of the sword that we've managed to steal away and reforge in secret for his purpose. You see, he plans to use this sword, now reforged in some arcane and possibly profane way, to open a gate to heaven, kill God, and take his place because he thinks he can do a better job. Totally sane and balanced man. All the while, the women in the background are giggling and chuckling to themselves in a way that makes you think, that's probably not what's going to happen. He leaves, at which point Kedron's mom comes forward, stabs his dad, tells Kedron she hates him and wishes she never had a son, and then casts Humder of Hadar centered on his dad to acid and cold damage him to death. After that's over, significantly mentally scarring pretty much everyone in the room, but especially Kedron. She says, "Oh, by the way, one more thing, Ilara dear, kill them all." One of her eyes turns jet black. Ilara assumes the normal vacant expression that happens whenever she's first taken over, and withdraws 2 axes from under the table.
But I don't think they've ever seen me taken over.
We have.
No, I think once.
Just when I took the bag of holding.
Yeah, and there was that brief little vacant expression, and then back to, at that point, acting normal-ish. Not in this case. You withdraw 2 axes from underneath the table that had been left there for this moment. Mundane, obviously, because magic doesn't work in here. And let me make sure my initiative tracker is clear. It's not. Remove all turns, clear. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me. Yes.
Let me push it. You got it.
I already got it.
No, this is our bank from the trailer. It's actually Dad's money. All right, let me know when everybody's
That's
in.
unfortunate.
Iron Cloak, Maja, Kedron, and Laura just waiting for McGear.
No, you're not.
It's not in the track. You got to click on your token.
Is everybody out of my character sheet?
I'm out of your character sheet.
Okay, now we fix that to a 19.
Yeah, so
Fine.
it said Alara's 10-19, but she got a 21.
Oh. That is unfortunate for you all. Oh, I bet Josh was clicked on her token when he rolled his 19.
That's probably it.
All right, guys. Let me throw in a little ambiance here.
And which you said you wanted me to just use the regular hand axe or the
Yeah, if you have a regular hand axe, just use that because there's no enchantments on these and you're in an anti-magic field, so.
it's a +8 hand axe.
Here.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, that's not what you said was under the table. What you said was under the table was a normal hand axe, which is
Yes.
6.
I don't know
Hang on.
why that's there, but
Would you like to put us on the battle map?
Oh,
Alright,
yeah, I
I
forgot
have
you guys are
dropped the
looking
hand
for
axe into her equipment. There
Alright.
you go.
let me reset my sheet real quick.
You can just click this bottom one right here.
I forgot I didn't have you guys on that map. What map are you guys on? Oh, you're on the Vatican background.
All right, sounds good.
Whoa! That's a massive room.
It is
I mean,
not
it's a
loaded in
rich
yet.
people's-
Hopefully for me, it's all just blurry.
It's rich
Alright.
people's dining hall.
Find me my map.
Rich people dining hall, but they can afford exactly one bearskin rug.
Listen, this was a last minute build because I completely forgot I needed to do this. I thought I already had it done until I realized today I didn't, and I was like, oh no.
All right, everybody on Twitch, listen up. If you're gonna DM a game, right, and you have 4 months to plan what you're gonna DM, don't wait till the last day to make your map.
Agreed. Don't do that. It's not.
You
It's,
moved our turn order thing and it deleted everything.
I'm still showing my turn order.
Mine's just showing
Get rid
blank.
of the turn order and bring it back up. Little thing.
It's still
Nope.
blank.
Still blank.
What the heck? Well, I have turn order, so
All
that's
right.
fine.
Well, you'll just have to tell us who's up.
yeah. Hey, Alara, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Can everybody see the map?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright.
I'm gonna assume you're roughly in this position just because no one said where they were except for Kedron, who was very specifically at the barrier.
And just before she takes her turn, so like anti-magic field, no abilities, spells.
None of the
and
magic abilities. Any mundane abilities like extra attack that still works as it's not magic.
What
in
about
nature.
like? Okay,
Hunter's mark.
That is magic.
so
Is
specifically,
that okay?
the stuff we got from the transmog potion still works because it's not magical, right?
Yeah, if it's non-magical, then you still have it. Your breath attack won't work because that is a magical adaptation. Sorry. Your claws still work though.
But it's not. It like I legitimately have the way you said it when I got it is I legitimately have like the thing going on with my neck that allows me to breathe. So wouldn't that classify as a non-magical attack if I
Do
basically
you just have a whole crap ton of rocks in your belly all the time?
No, but I could break a bunch of plates and suck them up and spit them at her, right?
I mean, you're gonna take some slashing damage too.
All right.
Obi, the attempt was valiant.
It was. Ilara, please go right ahead. You have Magir, Iron Cloak, Maja, and Kedron all right there, well within range.
I've been waiting for this for so long. Josh, maybe here.
Was that Ilara that said that?
Yes,
Nice.
flavor. All right.
I wasn't sure if that was you or her though, because I could see either one saying that in the situation.
I mean,
Right.
both are applicable.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Listen, I just need to get my headcanon correct, all right? Well, leftmost is a 20.
I don't know why it's on advantage. Josh, can you turn advantage off?
Scroll up.
I'm sorry, he has a 23 AC.
It's at the top there.
Not anymore because he's
I
anti-magic.
don't know what his base AC is.
There you go.
'Cause
Alright.
Pretty much.
And no armor, which brings
Sorry about
his AC to
Do bugbears
15.
not have natural armor? Well, they did.
no.
Okay,
They have long arms.
so 13.
Yeah, 13. So yeah, that hits. So the first one hits. The second two miss. Dealing 5 slashing damage in the first attack. You just deleted Maja.
I don't know how that happened. I just clicked on his HP and Yeah.
She hit him so hard he vanished from existence.
Oh no.
You heard the expression getting knocked into next week, right?
Oh no.
My seething anger has made him stop existing.
Wakes up from getting knocked out by eating food, gets smacked by your best friend with an axe, and then just disappears for a week and shows up after everyone's gone.
That
all the
was
Starfighter guys are escaping that last fight. Out of nowhere, there's a bugbear with a lance standing right beside all of you.
As Ilara launches that attack, the people in the room, well, specifically your mother, goes, anyways, you look like you have this under control. We have places to be. And they turn to leave. On their way out, Laura, being the last one out, looks back into the room, winks at you, and knocks over the candle here, starting a fire here on the ground. Initiative count 20. Anything else on your turn, by the way, Laura?
No.
Cool. Hey, Magir, you're up.
quick question. Magic items such as Ring of Protection, that is shut down, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I need to disable that.
Hey, baby cakes. Thank you.
All right, who's up next? Because remember, we can't see initiative.
It's
I
Magir.
am. Let's see here. So what do I have to even use?
Question. Can we throw objects out of the perimeter?
No, there's a force gauge.
Okay, and that applies to inanimate objects?
Like, it's literally a wall of impenetrable force.
Okay. Cool.
So I am going to run up behind Alara, and this is where my knowledge of D&D stuff is sorely lacking. I want to essentially tackle her to the ground, or attempt to.
Okay, so first step is going to be a grapple attack. You need to make a strength check.
Contested athletics.
Well, so you get to make an athletics check. She gets to make either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Do I get advantage because I'm coming from behind her, flanking her?
Not for grapples. For like actual attacks, yes, but not for grapples.
Okay, so strength normal versus her strength.
Well, grapple is technically an
Versus,
attack.
so it's your acrobat or your athletic skill.
Wait, say that again.
It's your athletic skill, and then she gets to choose whether she can test it with athletics or acrobatics.
So my athletics.
Correct.
I rolled my
Lovely.
athletics.
Because -1.
Ouch.
You just like elbows.
And I have a +7. By the
No,
way.
he rolled a 12. His modifier is a -1.
No, I rolled a 13. The total is 12.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
And I have a +7.
You
and
just have to roll a
still,
5.
I only got 13.
+7 to your athletics.
Heck yeah, I do.
She has proficiency.
Oh.
She's strong.
I thought she didn't have much strength.
Hey, Josh, I need you to roll her acro.
Her what?
Actually,
She already did
she
her
already did.
athletics.
13,
It was
12.
13.
Okay, I missed that. Sorry.
But-
So yeah, you go to grab her, and she just throws back an elbow and conks you in the forehead. Not hard enough to do damage, but it keeps you from making that attack.
Are you right there though?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Okay.
Cool. In that case, I'm gonna move around her then to right here.
Attack of opportunity?
No,
He's still
back.
Staying
within
inside
range.
of.
Yeah, he didn't leave melee.
Oh.
And then I will end my turn.
Cool. Maja's up.
Maja is going to try to do a grapple, just throw them arms around. And I believe he has some sort of bonus. So you would add half your proficiency bonus rounded up to your strength, dexterity, constitution. If it does, okay, it doesn't work. That's so. Athletics.
17, Ilara. Athletics or acrobatics?
Wrapping those big old bugbear arms around.
26.
Wow.
Freaking free. Dang.
She throws that elbow back. Maja lunges forward. She rotates out of it, back up, and is just primed.
Yeah, no. Which he has 3 attacks. Could he attempt that multiple times?
Yeah.
He's gonna do another one.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't do a lot of grapples, so it's not something that comes up a lot. Worse.
Oh my gosh. Laura's rolling hot.
hey,
You're
third
rolling
Kedron,
really
third time's the charm.
He got knocked, pushed back twice. He's just gonna throw a punch.
Holy smokes. Tries to grab, dodges, tries to grab again, grabs the arm and just yanks him to the side.
That's just D20 plus strength plus proficiency. I'm just gonna roll it. He doesn't have an unarmed.
Yeah,
Roll
go
D20 here.
And then it'll be strength score or strength mod worth of damage.
Yeah, 5.
That is a
Plus 4.
13. Alara, what is your AC without armor?
Did you adjust it? I think it's 19.
No, it's 22 total because it's strength plus proficiency.
Hang on.
That was just a base die.
Oh, 22. I don't think you're making that with none of your magic stuff.
I don't think she's making it with her magic stuff.
Take off ring of protection.
Her base AC is just 10 plus dex, so it's 12.
Okay, but she also has defensive stance and dual wielder.
Which neither of which are
Matt, those are just like
magical.
basically her fighting style and stuff.
Yeah, so defensive stance
Dual
does.
wield adds 1.
Okay, so you're at 13
1
then.
AC, and dual wielder also does 1 AC.
So defensive gives a +1 when you're wearing armor.
So her AC is 13.
Yeah, so your AC is 13.
That's a 22, so 5
Yeah,
damage to the nose. He just cracks you in the nose because he got aggravated.
After trying to
Stop
grab
squirming!
you
Wait.
come up from that last one, and he just bah! Just a
And-
solid backhand.
Pretty much his turn. That's his 3 hits, and he's not moving.
Ilara, inside your mind, I'm gonna whisper you real quick, actually.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think if we get out of this, I can save your dad.
Thing is, if it's just revivify, it has to be a minute.
Oh, I know. It's
been longer than a minute.
I know it's
that
been
your
longer
dad's
than a
been
minute.
dead. Anyways, right, that was Manta turns. Kedron.
Kedra, who's that?
Kendra.
Kedron.
First turn. Ah! Punch the force, the force wall. That's my first turn.
I respect the role play. Absolutely. Iron Cloak.
Right back after a drink.
All right. What do I know about force, whatever this thing is?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm not good at that. 18.
18. That's pretty
Hey,
good.
that's not bad.
It's
for
not an
at it.
uncommon spell, right? An immovable prison composed of magical force springs into existence around an area that you choose. It can be made into a solid box, which it feels like it has been. Prevents any matter from passing through it, blocking any spells cast into or out of it. When you cast the spell, any creature that is completely inside the cage's area is trapped. Creatures only partially within the area or those too large to fit inside are pushed away from the center until they're completely outside. And a creature inside can't leave by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use a teleportation or interpretive travel, it must first make a charisma saving throw. On a success, the creature can use the magic to exit the cage. On failure, the creature can't exit the cage and waste the spell. It also extends into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel. This spell cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Can we break it
No.
with so we're just stuck in here. Like there's zero way for us to get out.
Until something else happens to get rid of it or get you out, yes.
I mean, in theory, if the fire spreads and gets to the floor where the seals are, it could burn away the seals, but then the fire's going to be real close to us.
And we'll all be choking.
Yeah, probably.
And we couldn't reach any of the seals because they're outside of the force
Correct.
thing, right?
Correct. Listen, guys, it's WWE Hell in a Cell right now, all right?
All right.
Come on, we're in combat. Let's go.
All
Just
right.
do it.
Yep. So I'm gonna mutter under my breath. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, if you could get us out of this, I'd really appreciate it." And then I'm gonna run over here and punch Alara.
I love it. Do it. Punch
And
her.
it's just a
D20 plus
yeah.
strength plus proficiency. I guess you could just roll a strength check and then add your proficiency, but whatever.
Oh, so what
So
did the
12?
What did the belt give me? Was it +9? Is that what?
It is magical.
I know, but I'm trying to subtract what the belt gave me, because otherwise it's like a 33 to hit.
What type of belt was it again?
Giant strength.
What kind of giant?
I think
Storm.
it's Storm.
Whatever the cool one is.
I think it's
They're
Storm.
all pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure it's Storm Giant Strength. Is what we have.
While wearing a belt, your strength score changes to 29.
Yeah.
So whatever your strength was before that. Your strength wasn't super high.
No, I feel like it was.
Like a +1 maybe?
It had to have been like a +1 or 2.
Yeah.
Was it
You definitely should have written that down somewhere.
I
Yeah.
know I should have, but I didn't think about it.
Well, we'll call it a +1 for now until
All
we
right,
figure it out.
so it's gonna be it's strength plus proficiency, so it's 17.
17 hits because she's at 13. So as you, and then what's your strength mod?
Also, your flanking advantage.
Oh yeah, advantage. It hit. See
It
if you
hit.
get a nat 20. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Oh yeah, 1. So you deal 1 damage.
Yeah.
At least, but go ahead and no. Okay.
No.
So Ilara, you take 1 point of damage. Oh yeah, you're both pretty short. You can probably clock her in the back of the head.
Can I
Unless-
can I punch her directly in her knee joint?
Sure, run up and just punch straight to the knee. Not super hard, because you're not super strong right now, and it kind of buckles just a little bit as you take 1 point of damage.
All right.
And anything else on your turn, Iron Cloak?
No.
With that, we're back up to the top, Ilara.
Alara whips around to look at McGear, raises her axe and says, "You must die. We all must die." And
Does her voice have a weird ghostly echo of another voice?
Dang woman.
Yeah, so that's 8 points of slashing damage.
all of these are directed at McGear.
I'm guessing a 17 hits without all your magical rings and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So I
then the
thought
9
one of
probably.
them, but the first two hit.
So 7 and 8 damage respectively. So 15 points of slashing damage
Okay.
as they bite into you, and then she rips one out and swings directly at your midriff, but your elven chain catches it, knocks the breath out of you a little bit, but you don't take any damage from it.
That
Anything
is
else on your turn?
See, now I'm gonna look up something because screw this nonsense.
That is turn.
Yep, that's fine.
Does that make
And
it?
no, her
Yeah.
voice does not sound ghostly. It sounds deep and guttural.
Okay.
All right. After that, McGear.
All right. Let's see here. So, what is the difference between my bare fist and an improvised weapon?
I think you might get like a D4 damage out of an improvised weapon.
But
And
you'd also
if
don't
I'm
get
barehanded, it's just a what?
Your strength mod.
Cool. I'm going to turn around.
minimum one.
Grab one of the
Yeah,
chairs.
minimum 1.
I'm going to grab one of the chairs behind me, and I'm going to attempt to hit her with a chair.
Hit her with the chair!
D20 plus strength.
Yeah, let's see. Improvised weapon is similar to an actual weapon, can be treated as such. For example, a table leg is akin to a club. This isn't. You're hitting her with a chair. At the GM's option, a character proficient with a weapon can use a similar object as if it were that weapon. Again, this is a chair. Bears no resemblance to a weapon, such as a chair, deals 1d4 damage.
Cool.
This really is WWE.
So this is what my or a D20 plus.
Strength, yeah, just make a strength check.
Just make a strength check. Okay.
Because you are not proficient with improvised weapons. That is its own proficiency.
It's a feat.
It's a feat,
Dang.
which is
Oh, nice.
nice.
Dang, okay.
Roll that d4.
Sure.
Hey, did you know that Quentin Tarantino never takes ability score improvements when he plays D&D?
Hey, that's not
He's
bad.
all about them feats.
He only takes the feats. 3 points of damage as you bury your axes in him. He reaches behind, grabs a chair, and just wham! Straight across the side of the head.
Alara lets out an angry roar.
I'm sure she does.
This is amazing. I hope someone starts throwing food, because that would be just
Uh,
terrific.
Here, eat this and choke on it.
There's also like forks and like butter knives you could stab people with on the table too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, cool. With that, I think that's gonna end my turn. Kind of sucks.
Maja, you're up.
Now you can use the chair as an improvised shield.
I think he's still holding the chair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Improvised shield. He's still holding the chair.
This is now my poor man's buckler.
Masha is
one
going to try to
AC.
grab her again.
Heck yes.
28 athletics. Alara, you're up.
You have to nat 20 this.
If she nat 20s this,
Nope.
Alara, you are grappled. Grappled I think you can't move.
Movement is reduced to 0.
Yeah.
And then it's disadvantage on like attacks.
I
if I
think so.
remember
Let's see.
correctly.
Grappled creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as when a creature is hurled away by a thunder wave. No, you were thinking of restrained,
Yeah, restrained is.
which you can do by making another grapple check to see if you can restrain them.
So
Alright.
then, if two separate people grapple, would that count as restrained, or would it just?
Yeah, that would start delving into
Basically, you have to grapple, and then once you have them grappled, you can
Then you can
restrain
try to
them.
restrain 'em
So
again.
another
Okay.
person goes for it. Yeah, they could.
Yeah, if
Could I
another person
use
goes for it.
my other attacks to try to.
I mean, I allowed you before to do multiple grapples. I think that's how that works.
What
That's
I'm
how we're running it right
intentionally
now.
trying to do actually is now that I have her grappled, see if I can grab her weapons and yank them out. There's no
Disarm.
official rules for disarming, unless there's certain things where you can like combat maneuvers. But now that I have her grappled, would you allow me to use that to do something to try to yank something out of her hand, like another athletics, like contested athletics?
Mm,
Only because I do have her grappled.
yeah, you do have her grappled.
I wasn't
So
going to try
I
to do
would
it when
let you make. So here's what I'll do. I'll let you make another grapple check, right? Another contested grapple check
Mhm.
to either restrain her, remove one of her weapons,
I'm just going for one.
or bring her prone. And then again, it is contested, so Alara, it's going to be the same thing. Athletics or acrobatics on your part, athletics on Bugbear part.
I'm going to try to get rid of. I'm going to try to take one of them weapons.
Go for it.
Oh.
Oh!
Hey!
Wait, do I still get to reroll nat ones though?
That's not magic. That's an innate ability.
It is. Darn it.
What
Darn
a,
it!
What a loser, dude.
So, Ilara, you feel this axe start to get ripped from your grasp, but you're able to yank it back down as he slightly loses his footing trying to pull against this axe and stumbles a little bit. Man, that was lucky. You have one more attack there, Maja.
I'll try to restrain.
All right, one more contested athletics or contested grapple check to see if you can restrain.
Come on.
Ayo.
20 to 13.
You are restrained.
Kick her while she's down.
All right, restrained. Speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. You can attempt to escape the same way you would escape a grapple, which I think is just another contested check, right?
And
Yeah.
Are strength checks at disadvantage or no?
Dex.
so,
Strength or not.
Are dex just straight rolls or is it just attack rolls?
And if we dogpile
Anything dexterity
arm
based.
and leg,
No,
does
I
that
want to hear the answer before you ask another question, please.
Anything dexterity based will be at disadvantage. So if your attack rolls are at disadvantage anyway for being restrained.
Yeah.
So any dexterity based checks will be at disadvantage. Your strength based checks are fine. So like athletics isn't affected.
But if I were gonna try and get free, that would be dex.
It's the same as what we've been doing, to where you can either make a athletics or acrobatics check to try and get free.
Okay.
and
is
if-
it possible to do like increasing the DC per se if like we put a person on each arm and leg?
Oh yeah, it'll start getting more difficult. But I forgot something at the beginning of the turn. Somebody roll me a d4 real quick.
I'll do it. I didn't do anything last round.
That's
Come
'cause
on! Why do you get the roll? Why?
It
that's
starts there.
This is gonna be the game
One.
all over again.
2. There we go. And we'll just make it spread this way for 3. 3. The fire spreads.
Nice.
All right. Anyways, after Maja, Kedron.
Kedron, your girlfriend's a douche.
I think you should break up.
Cold Fury, as she's held down, I'm gonna turn around, start walking over this way,
Mhm.
look down at her,
Oh, it's gone.
hand to the face, shove down, reach down, try to yank off the leg.
We're gonna do the same thing for.
Actually, isn't her leg a magical construct?
Her leg is a magical construct. It's basically just a peg leg right now.
Off with her leg.
Ah,
And so that means
stop.
Magir only
I
has
I'm
one
a
eye.
pirate right now because one of my eyes don't work.
Oh yeah, you're half blind. So actually, all of your attacks should have disadvantage right now.
It's okay. He hasn't landed any yet, has he?
We got
I
the
did.
chair, but
Oh.
we also weren't like imposing anything on Alara right now.
Oh,
before
but
that.
okay, he still has one eye, so I feel like that's not really that much of a disadvantage.
He just doesn't have good depth perception.
Yeah, he has horrible depth perception, and he's
I don't
not
think
used
you
to
need
it.
very good depth perception with a chair
But I also feel like it would be pretty.
in melee
Hey
range.
Jacob, you got your DMG handy?
DMG should be around here somewhere. Go to Master Guide right here.
Go
the
to
shelf.
chapter 9. There should be guidelines for like missing legs.
Okay, but I'm not missing a leg. There's something there. I just
But
can't.
Kedron's
There
trying
is,
to
so it
pull
won't
it
be
off.
I got
as
chapter. What do you mean chapter 9?
somewhere
I
in
got
chapter
part
9. There should
one,
be a thing for lingering
Part 2,
injuries.
part 3. There was no chapter 9. Wait, chapter 9. Dungeon Masters.
There should be a thing for lingering injuries in there. For now, Magir, you're gonna have disadvantage on all ranged attacks for sure.
Cool. Good thing I'm up close.
If you're throwing knives,
Yeah, I should be
However,
sure.
after Kedron, which by the way, strength check to try and rip her in her leg off.
Is it a strength? Can I not like? No, so no strength then.
You said you tried to reach down and yank off the leg.
No, I'm using my whole turn to try to take it off. If there's like an actual way to take it off, I'm using the entire like turn
It's
to do
been
so.
surgically implanted. It is technically her leg. It is not.
Well, she's taken it off before. We've
Yeah, she can
established
take
that
it
she can
off.
pop it off.
Oh,
Like there's a part that's on her leg, and then it kind of like chunks onto that part and chunks off.
I'm not doing anything else. I'm using my entire turn to
She's
try
also not letting you do this.
to. So still just straight strength.
I'll allow dex as well, I guess. It depends. If you're trying to rip it straight off, it's going to be strength.
I am
If you're
trying to
get in
remove it.
Okay, the dex is going to be a little more difficult. Because you're trying to go against someone who's kicking and flailing and trying to not let you take their leg off, and you're trying to do it with finesse.
But she's also restrained, right?
Yes, as in big bear hug wrapped around her means she can't move and her attacks have disadvantage. She's still
Is it
squirming.
strength or athletics?
Strength or dex. Those are your choices.
19.
and what's my defense?
In this case, it's just a straight check because he can get a hold of it. You're squirming and everything,
Okay.
which makes it more difficult. But that's a 19 strength. Minor damage to the clasping mechanism. You're gonna have to get that repaired at some point as you just grab it and rip it off. Iron Cloak. Kedron just ripped her metal leg off. Maja is holding on to her. Magir is bleeding and holding a chair.
I'm going to try and like kick in the back of her other leg to bring her to the floor.
Try to make her go.
Okay, so you're doing a shove attack, basically.
Sure. If that's the mechanical way of doing it, I'm basically like kicking directly in the back of her knee.
Yeah, so shove attack, you can knock someone prone or you can shove them away by 10 feet. Let me pull that up.
Or hold. So if I hold my action till Maja's next turn, could I have him drop like dead weight at the same time as me while holding on to her to like, better the chances of her coming down to the floor with us?
You could hold your action, yeah. I'll give you advantage because you're both working on it together.
All right, I'm gonna do that then. Maja, drop. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Shove. Being prone, flying creature size, squeezing the attack, cast spell dash, just engage dodge.
All right, lingering injuries. What are we looking for? Lose a foot or leg.
Yeah.
All right, your speed on foot is halved. You must use a can or a crutch to move unless you have a peg leg or other prosthetic. You fall prone after using the dash action. You have disadvantage on dexterity checks made to balance. Magic such as regenerate spells can restore the lost appendage, but we're not using that regenerate thing.
So she
So.
can't move unless she has some sort of peg or something.
She can, but it's at half speed.
But it says you must use a peg leg or crutch. If she doesn't have one, then that would mean she couldn't move.
Not
I've got chairs.
not unless she's prone, like crawling.
So yeah, you have removed her leg. So the shove attack functions basically like another grapple check.
Okay.
But instead you're trying to move them away or bring them to the ground. So yeah, you can
So-
coordinate to have advantage on your athletics check against her athletics or acrobatics to stay upright. And this would be a check to balance, so that is a disadvantage for her.
Okay. And I'm going to wait to do that till Maja's turn.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Ilara, you're wrapped up and Kedron is holding your leg. I get the
re-
feeling he might want to beat you with it. I don't know.
real quick before I end my turn.
Not my leg.
With that
Now you feel
18
fun.
from earlier, Arcana check, do I know how long this forced prison will last?
You have a rough idea of how long it normally lasts, but this is engraved into the floor.
What's the rough idea of how long it normally lasts?
Let me double check real quick. Duration 1 hour is the normal length for just when you just like cast it normally.
Okay, and we
Question
have
is,
no idea how
sorry.
long it's been since like we passed
Zonked?
out.
No, not really. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Mm, I might say something, but as of right now, go ahead with other people.
Cool. Alara, you're wrapped up in a big bugbear hug.
is the fire expansion at the top
It's at 20.
at 20? Okay.
You're in a big bear hug by a bugbear. Father Ironcloak looks like he's about to kick your remaining leg out from under you. McGear just hit you with a chair. Hit him with a chair. Somebody's gonna go from the top rope soon. It's gonna be glorious. And Kedron just ripped off your prosthetic leg because he's rude.
I'm having a rough day.
What you doing?
Alara is going to fake passing out.
Ooh,
Performance?
deception.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's a 21 deception.
Insight check?
Yeah, everybody give me insight checks.
Just for flavor, she starts thrashing around, absolutely screaming, and then the screaming slowly fades and her head just falls forward.
What the heck? Why is my class set down to level 1 and all my stuff, like, numbers cranked way down? What the heck is going on? My class level is... should not be-
Maja is the only one I need to not pass this check.
No, he's not. Because we just say, she's faking it.
No, because I need him to drop me.
Uh-huh.
That's a split-second decision.
It is.
Okay, but just because someone...
Kedron!
Hey,
Just
he's having a rough night,
Let-
okay?
I'm having a rough night.
Oof.
Just because someone...
Hey, Jacob,
prevents
your
nothing that
paladin
you
levels are missing.
automatically let go of them.
Click on the...
Well, that's
Oh,
up
dear.
Oh,
top.
there it is. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some reason-
Kedron, you don't. She's passed out, homie. Y'all
I'm not
knocked her out.
seeing... I'm not seeing anything but red.
McGear,
She's faking it.
she's faking it. But it's not your turn yet.
Oh, it's a 22
that was,
from
that second
Miguel.
one was Maja with a
With Maja.
22.
Dang it.
which passes. He also knows she's not faking it. Yeah, Ilara, anything else on your turn? Because that takes an action to try and deceive everybody.
I guess not.
Mingir,
Um,
Go from the top rope.
Do you still yell that, McGear? or-
if she's restrained, I can leave her field her 5 foot radius without getting an attack of opportunity. Correct?
oh no, she still gets it. It's just at disadvantage.
So here's my question to this: if she is restrained, what is the difference between mechanics versus reality? Because if you're in a bear hug by somebody, and the person next to you tries to step away, how are you reasonably going to attack them in this situation?
Because mechanics, that's what says happen. So in this case, we're going with mechanics because balance and game stuff.
But she has disadvantage on.
She does have disadvantage. So it's harder for her to strike. She's doing this number at you as you walk by.
I'm just gonna hit her with the chair.
Hit her with a chair.
You're gonna hit Maja too.
No, I'm not.
Like you
Yeah,
have
you are.
never abused game mechanics before, Josh.
I am not abusing game mechanics. I am asking a reasonable question because if they're restrained, they should not be air quotes able to do much against.
Game mechanics. She can do this,
I could kick you.
or she can kick you in the
Yeah, with your one leg, you're gonna.
Can I just
Moving forward.
Yes, please continue. Whatever you're gonna do it.
Can I just
Okay.
state how bad this would look if somebody walks into the room? There's just 4 people who are part of the church beating the crap out of a woman. In
One
some
leg.
rich
which
dude's
is
house.
holding, one of which is holding her down, and one person is like halfway up her dress, removing her prosthetic leg.
I already did that.
Standing up from being halfway up her dress
He's-
with her prosthetic leg in hand.
He's just holding her leg, just blankly staring at her.
All right.
Um,
So,
yeah, I don't think a 3 hits.
anyways, with everyone like around her and what's going on, like McGarry's just like and it, like completely misses because he's just like I don't know how to get in here with all you people in here.
All right, hey Baji, you're up.
Maja.
All right, so can I make that roll now? To
That depends. Is Maja going with Iron Cloak's plan?
What was Iron Cloak's plan? I'm
so
sorry.
body-
Maja's gonna like body weight try and bring her to the ground, and I'm gonna kick in her other leg.
I hate to be that person, but since I'm a villain now, you need to grow the fire.
Oh yeah, thank you. Someone roll a d4.
I got it.
Gosh dang it!
Uh,
I'm a
I
villain
think
now.
Maja
Why
has
would
her
you guys not
restrained.
have it with the fire?
Can't
One,
Maja just drop prone?
2, 3. Okay, so yes, but the idea is that you're using the help action to give him advantage on his shove attack to knock her prone.
Sure.
Mechanically, that's what's happening. Flavor-wise, he's doing this number and he's trying to knock her prone.
and it's a acrobatics check
For you, it is an athletics check,
Oh, an
and for
athletics check.
Alara, it is an acro or athletics to resist.
and I'm at advantage.
Correct.
With her one leg,
With her one leg, yes.
and
Are-
she should be at
Are you
disadvantage.
freaking
Correct.
kidding me?
Ilara, please roll me either athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage. This is a check to stay
You
upright.
need to get below a 3.
That's amazing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's freaking
fighting.
hilarious.
That
do you feel?
one leg is just roided out. Girl, you have thighs for days. All
Every time-
right? Solid muscle, just a pillar of meat as you are resisting a bugbear bearing down on you and Father Ironcloak trying to kick your leg out from under you.
Are you sure
You
she's
are-
not a barbarian?
I mean,
It is the strength of rage.
listen, guys, we've
Thank you
always
for
known that while
telling
her
me
class
that
is
being
paladin
possessed
and
is
her
a
label is
barbarian.
ranger, truly she is a barbarian. Although you should be really glad she's not actually a barbarian right now.
Getting possessed makes you think you're pregnant, and she's just got that pregnant woman strength.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Basically, she thinks her baby is under a car right now.
Yeah,
Maja, what else you doing on your turn, homie?
Well, that was my action.
But you have 2 more.
No, it's an
that
action.
was
Oh.
not. If I take the attack action, I take multiple attacks.
Ah.
Yes.
But as my action, I don't know what. I don't see any like bonus actions that stand out for him, so I'm gonna move on.
And Alara, remember, you can try to break free the same way that they make the athletics, the checks. You can try to make that athletics or acrobatics try and break free on your turn.
Yes, I was just hoping it would be easier and Majo would just drop me. But
Yeah.
yes,
Wait a second.
I will be trying to do that.
I should have had advantage on the attack against her. Oh well.
Well, moving
Yeah,
on.
you Kedrin, you're holding her leg, but not in like a fun flirty way. Like you have literally just ripped off an amputee's prosthetic leg.
It's not even a real leg.
I'd
It's
like
not
to,
even a real leg.
I'd like to point out there is no fun, flirty way to hold a woman's leg.
As
I
a
mean,
married man, I beg to differ.
If you guys are up and that's a club. Just call it as a
Now,
club.
there is no way to beat a woman unconscious with her own leg in a romantic way. I'll give you that one.
At this point, I have my long tails coat on.
Daddy.
Yes.
I'm gonna take that off and use that as rope to try to tie her up.
Sure.
Use what?
My tail coat.
The fancy waistcoat with the long tails on it.
No, I know what it is.
I'm using what I have, okay?
She's still awake and resisting, so it's obviously going to be a contested check. It's going to be your dexterity, though, because you're trying to tie a knot.
Hog tire.
Against, again, Ilara, either your dex or strength to either force your arms apart for him not to tie it or to do like cool kung fu moves to stay out of it. Athletics or acrobatics, sorry.
You know, if I'm gonna look over at McGear. McGear, give me a hand with this. I'm actually gonna hold my turn to have him help
You
me.
have
if he will.
advantage because you're already flanking, and she's got disadvantage because she's
Well, it's
flanked.
not an attack, so it doesn't give me advantage.
She's
It's only dex checks that she's restrained on, so he would have to have help to get advantage.
sure.
She does have disadvantage on her dex-based checks, but if she uses strength, then she doesn't
But
have
if
disadvantage.
we have advantage and she has
Yeah.
disadvantage, that's even better.
Yes. All right. Cool. So you're doing that. Iron Cloak, it's your turn.
All right. So, given my knowledge as a medic / doctor, whatever, right?
I thought you were the local pharmacist.
Okay. Well, I have a +9 in medicine, so
That's fair.
I'm given that knowledge.
Mhm.
Get
What-
rid
what
of
I know-
mystery drugs.
When I know how to, I don't know, like knock someone unconscious.
Usually blunt force trauma.
I'm talking specifically like a chokehold type situation. Would that be something I would like?
That should be common knowledge.
Yeah, you can do a chokehold. Again, it would be another grapple check. Since she's already like grappled and restrained, you're now trying to grapple to like choke her out.
Is that something that would end this conflict faster than just repeatedly punching her in the face? Or
Possibly. Because
All right.
she'll then gain the suffocating trait.
let's do that. And that's a athletics check, right?
For
grapple?
you, and then athletics or acrobatics for Lara.
That is a 10, 11.
Oh, I forgot. D&D's weird about that. But I'm not going to do the holding breath thing. We're going to do... You're already choking out. Because choking out and holding your breath are not the same thing, because you also start cutting off blood supply when you're choking someone out.
Yeah.
Do I contest that or not?
Yeah, it's another grapple type check.
Okay.
I
We're
just want
giving
the
all
freaking
our grapples for the
condition.
entire campaign in this one encounter.
Yeah, pretty much. When the creature is out of breath or is choking, it can survive a number of rounds equal to its con mod minimum of 1. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying. Hey, Lara, what's your con mod?
No, it
One.
doesn't matter because I only got an 11.
Maybe Lara rolls. No, she doesn't roll low.
She rolled
You-
15.
You
Wait,
try to
what?
wrap your hands around her neck to start choking the life out of her, and she just headbutts you. Not enough to cause damage, but enough to make you go, "Ugh."
Wait, isn't that a 19, Obi?
I don't have my belt of storm giant strength because it's magical. So I have a +1 to strength, not a +9.
Oh.
So that is an 11.
I'm basically the most useless person in this situation.
I don't know. McGear's pretty useless right now.
He's done like
I
lots
mean,
of
he
things.
did hit her with a chair.
He
I've
did
done the
hit her
most
with a chair.
damage so far.
I have failed at exactly everything.
He did hit her once with a chair. It was pretty great.
With the power of rage, I ripped a woman's leg off.
Anything else on your turn?
You are but an inconvenience.
Do it again.
Mm,
You have multiple attacks. Do it again.
Do a flip.
He does not have multiple attacks. He is a cleric.
no, I'm not going to do anything else.
All right, Ilara, you're restrained. You are missing a leg. Iron Cloak's trying to choke you, but not in a fun way.
Oh my. This is a
Kedron's holding your leg,
family-friendly show
also not
here.
in a fun way.
What kind of check would it be for me to jujutsu flip Maja, like using my own body weight to like launch forward?
It's the same mechanic of just getting normally free.
Yeah, you're just trying to get free. So you're either doing
Is it
athletics or acrobatics.
Great strength check or the same ones I've been doing?
You get to choose athletics or acrobatics, and Maja has to compete with his athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just trying to break the grapple. Since you are too deep in failed grapple checks of grappled and restrained, you will reduce your condition from restrained to grappled by each one that you succeed. You have multiple attacks. You can do it multiple times per turn.
Okay.
Does doing any of this eventually get stacks of exhaustion?
No, not in this case.
Okay, that's my first one.
All right, hold. Kedron did a 14.
No, that was Maja.
But Maja has advantage because she's grappled.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so he needs to roll that again.
No, this is a strength-based check. It is not at advantage.
Oh, it's not.
No, because she's grappled. And this is a grapple-based check, and it's strength-based, so she doesn't have disadvantage, and you don't have advantage on her for strength stuff. So 14 versus Ilara's leftmost of the first one is an 18.
No, it's a
No,
nice.
it's a 19. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you break out of one of the grapple conditions. You are now grappled instead of restrained. You are able to get your arms up and free and out of his big bear hug, and your arms are all wavy wobbly again.
Okay.
You still have one more attack action that you can take to attack or try to break completely free, whatever your poison is.
All right. That's my second one. I'm gonna try and break free again.
Okay, 11 versus.
You want me to roll again or use that second one I rolled?
Oh, you did roll the second one. That's right. Yeah, use the second one. 28. You are not able to get completely free, but your arms are now free.
All right.
Anything else?
Which means she no longer has disadvantage, right?
Correct. On like attacks and stuff.
And she screams, "Let me go! You guys have to pay."
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool. Somebody roll me a d4.
Magira, that's you.
It's your turn, homie.
Not a 3. Just anything but a 3.
You should roll a 4. Only 2. Okay. Boop. Boop. Fire spreads. All right, McGear.
Hit her with the chair.
Hit her with the chair.
Please.
Twisters.
Who's rolling that one?
Ugh, dude.
That is a third. No, that'd be a 15 because it's at advantage.
Hit him with the old.
So
You get
that's a-
advantage.
Wait, I thought he. So you're not gonna do the help action?
Oh,
on your
she's,
turn?
Oh, you're right. Because I said I was gonna help you. You're right.
oh yeah. So
I
you
was
do the
holding
help
my turn
action.
for that.
Yeah,
You do the help action, and then Kedron, what were you trying to do?
Tie her
Tanya.
up with my tailcoat.
That's right, dex check. Ilara, acrobatics or athletics to try and keep from getting tied up. Not in a fun way.
Freaking heck, Alara.
And wait, that said advantage. Need to roll that again. 16.
20 is her leftmost.
Is she not at
He
disadvantage?
died.
She's not she's
But
not
her
restrained anymore.
dex. Let me double check that. Aren't her dex disadvantage from one leg?
That's athletics. That's not dex based. That's strength based, baby.
Trying to tie me up is about
Yeah,
as
right.
difficult currently as getting my 1-year-old dressed.
Oof. That is difficult. And all the parents went, oof.
he also rolls a 20 every single day.
Or just rolls in general.
Yeah, right. All right.
roll,
Kedron, anything else on your turn?
No, it wasn't my turn.
Hey.
He was doing the
Oh
help.
yeah, that's right. McGear, anything else on your turn? You've used your help action.
Uh,
Got any bonuses?
I don't have bonus actions, man.
All
Cool.
right.
Hey.
Maja.
I'm just gonna say I'm down, or no, or I'm down to keep trying to grapple her as long as like she doesn't poop while we're doing this. Because if we're using the child analogy, I'm out of that.
Lauren, you know what you have to do.
She's
I know
right.
what I must do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Maja, what was Maja doing?
Maja helped me, remember?
No, Kedron or McGear helped you.
It's Maja's turn?
Yes.
All right. He is going to try to reestablish the restrained.
Cool.
Okay, sorry. I thought I had to roll again. That was my bad.
We'll just use it because you will for this anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that athletics. Negatory, not able to get the arms wrapped around her arms.
Yeah, so we're doing, I can roll multiple for the attacks.
Yes.
That's a nat 20.
I'm just waiting for the point where he puts her in a freaking rear naked choke and just lays it in. It's gonna be great. Elara does not nat 20.
So
She's
close.
restrained.
I would have laughed at her total score.
No,
actually,
No, she did nat 20.
That is a net.
You got a dirty 20.
No, she rolled a 20 plus 7 is 27. If
Oh,
you
that
hover
is.
over,
Oh,
she rolled a 20.
29.
Your nat 20 is less than his nat 20.
That's
Yeah, my
true.
nat 20 is higher.
Yay!
It is 2 nat 20s, and his nat 20 is higher.
Ah.
I don't know why hers didn't light up green.
Well,
Yeah,
because it's set
Because
to disadvantage,
she's
so I
at
ignored that one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm on disadvantage for all the deck stuff, and I just left it on.
Gotcha. So you are restrained.
Restrain.
I out nat 20, you're nat 20.
The feats of strength going on right now.
Infuriating.
These two are just hardcore, just grappling in the corner.
Little midget versus giant bugbear, and
And the
little
midget is
keeping up.
holding her own
With one leg.
with one leg. Imagine if she had both legs and wasn't a midget. Y'all would be so toast.
Imagine if she wasn't possessed, this wouldn't be a problem.
What the heck?
Someone injects her with a human growth hormone, and
So
she just
still
bulks
have
out.
one more roll.
Yep.
I'm going for the choke.
Go for the choke. Same thing, guys.
Oh, yes, choker.
No, I said not like that. Elara, got to beat a 25.
Oh, right. I can defend that. That's good.
24.
24. You are suffocating. Let's see, suffocation. And we're not doing the thing where you get to hold your breath for a number of minutes of 1 plus your con mod because you're
My
getting your
brain
blood
is
supply.
losing oxygen.
Yeah, you're getting your blood supply cut off. You're not just holding your breath. When a creature is choking, it can survive a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1 round. You have a +1 to your con?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So after it gets back around to Maja's turn, that will be 1 turn, and at the beginning of the next turn, you'll drop to 0 hit points
Cool.
if you don't break free.
Cool.
Anything else on
I'm
Huh?
I'm losing track because people aren't here. Who's choking me?
Maja.
Maja?
Okay.
Jason is choking you even though he's not here.
Yes.
Okay.
Katrin, your turn.
I guess continue attempting to tie again.
Cool.
don't
I was
know.
really hoping you were going to smack her with a leg. It'd be peak WWE.
So, Dex roll, right?
Yes. Elara,
All
that's
the
a...
contested rolls in. No, unless you nat ones.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your athletics or acrobatics. Just remember you have
And then
disadvantage
if she
on
nat
acrobatics
ones, it
right
doesn't
now.
matter anyway, because...
That's an 11. She's fine.
All right.
You still can't get her tied up, even though she's being choked out by a bugbear. I love it. Iron Cloak.
I want to punch her directly in the gut to make her exhale.
Do it.
Because
Let your heat blow through you.
I am so good at punching things.
Yes.
Right back.
That is, God.
No, you just rolled a d20.
Oh, right,
so that's
right,
a
okay.
17 raw plus
Oh.
what? 1 strength?
Plus 1 plus 4, so that is a 23.
Yeah, that hits. So you do 1 damage by punching her directly in the stomach.
I thought it was a. Oh, is it?
No,
oh yeah, because it's my
unarmed
strength.
strikes
Right,
are
right.
your strength mod. So you just see her start to get choked out. Kedron's trying to tie her up. You're like, you know what? Forget you, or however you want to flavor it. Go for it. You're
Oh,
the
I'm just going for like the whole punching her in the stomach, trying to make her exhale, so she.
Nice, just that solid uppercut straight to the diaphragm, and you hear a little escape her severely constricted windpipe. Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Alara, you're starting to see black fuzzies at the edge of your vision. It's not looking good, homie.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna try and get out of that.
Yeah, makes sense. Go for it.
Oh, jeez. You and your freaking athletics. Your rolls
Hey,
are so.
Kedron. I need an athletics check from Maja. She's trying to break the choke.
Oh, all right. Athletics. 24.
Yes.
You reach up. You are prying with all of your strength to release that choke. Maja is just locked in, though. He has that arm. He has you all the way in the crook of that elbow. Head pushed forward. I mean, he has that hold in deep.
Did that next one not go through?
I did not. Only saw 1 for you. Oh, there it goes. 14.
Oh
Kedron.
no.
Roll it again.
Yep.
For Maja.
That's a nat 1.
But somehow you're able to bring your chin down and you bite his arm. He goes, ah, and takes 1 damage from the bite because that's a nat 1.
You know what? I'm not gonna use his. We both have inspiration marks. Could I use my inspiration on him to deactivate, like, get out of the nat 1?
Inspiration
do a
can't
reroll?
deal with nat 1s. Inspirations aren't rerolls. They're a plus, like a d10.
I can't remember if we were rolling a reroll or.
No,
Okay.
it's a plus 1 d10 at this level.
Okay.
So no, it'd still be a nat 1.
All right.
But you'd have a bigger number.
But you have a bigger number, nat 1. Yes. So he takes 1 point of bite damage from Alara's teeth as he releases the choke. Alara, you can breathe again. It's both of your attacks.
Are you trying to kill me?
Yes, that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Maja, just make you go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Pretty much.
All right, that's turn.
McGear.
I'm going to use the help action.
Oh, wait, hold on. 1d4.
Okay.
I think it's Kristen's turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll leave that alone.
She's the enemy. She doesn't get to roll.
She gets to roll. Roll a 4. Oh, dang. I forgot. So at the Ren Fair, I met a brownie.
A what?
A brownie. You know, the Fae folk.
Me and Bryant both met a brownie. It's pretty cool.
And she suggested, and you don't say no to the Fae in their own house since we're at her tea party. Ostensibly, it was the Queen's tea, but there was a Fae there. She owned it. Saying that it would be great to give all of my players a +1 to their first attacks of the next session, which I completely forgot about. Sorry, Brownie. So we're going to retro that, and y'all's next attacks will have a +1 to each of the next attacks that you do. Fire has spread, and it is McGear's turn.
I am going to use the help action on Kedron for tying Alara up.
Sweet.
All right.
Turn.
All right. After him, it's
Maja.
trying to put that choke back in place.
Go for it. You just got bit. Do it. I feel like you're probably a little angry about teeth being embedded in your arm. That is a 15 you have to beat, Alara. Say 26. Yeah, no.
I like breathing.
Ilara likes breathing.
Masha wants to hold though.
You got 2 more attacks. What? Ilara, you're being choked again. He manages to just barely slide back under your jaw and get it back in place. You have 1 more attack.
This is legitimately the dumbest fight ever.
I was expecting more mobility and axe swinging and less, hey, everyone group up and Ilara just lets it happen. But whatever.
Well, you can't really do much about that once you've lost your leg.
Before she lost her leg, I expected more mobility because, like, oh no, you might take an attack of opportunity and take 1 damage by moving out of their grapple range.
He's gonna use one of his feet and like try to wrap it up and like kick her in the gut.
I'm gonna call that disadvantage because you're like all tangled up right now and using your arms for.
Take her to
everything.
the floor.
Which is normal because I have advantage for flanking.
Yeah, so normal.
So just
I mean,
roll
taking you
there,
to the
and then
floor and
it's
sitting
gonna
on me
be
probably would make sense.
+4 because proficiency. $22 to hit.
Yeah. No, that's an attack.
That was
a
just an
lot.
attack roll.
Oh, right, kicking.
Yeah,
Okay.
that hits. So how many points of damage?
5.
Alara, he knees you in the back, hitting your kidney, dealing 5 points of damage.
I think that's his turn.
Iron Cloak, you're up.
Can I hold my action to help him when she tries to escape
Yes.
from the chokehold? I will
yes,
do that.
you can. Amazing. Remember, multiple people can help in this game. We homebrewed it to where after your advantage, you start getting +1s for everyone else helping. With that, Ilara,
Are my arms still free?
you are restrained currently. He re-restrained you and then started
but
choking
he did it with a chokehold though.
No, he re-restrained you and then did the chokehold.
Yeah, so game mechanic wise, you're restrained and being choked at the moment.
Mechanics, he is behind you, the legs are wrapped around your arms, and the arms are choking you out.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu, baby.
Here she goes. She's gonna try and throw him again.
Go for it. Iron Cloak, you are giving the help action, so Maja has advantage.
Why is it not going through?
And that's just athletics, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta get higher than 19.
Come on, baby. Big money, big money. 23.
23. All right, number 1, and then roll higher than an 18 for your second one.
28.
28. Yeah, with Father Ironcloak also up in there kind of grabbing and holding you and keeping you from maneuvering, he is able to keep you choked.
Well, dang. All right.
Which means
Mid-gear?
she's unconscious, right?
She will be at the beginning of her next turn. She'll fall unconscious, yeah.
Did Kedra
Unless
never
something
get a
else
turn?
happens. Huh?
Did Kedra never get a turn?
He tried to tie her up again and failed.
I don't see him.
I'm the first person.
Yeah, Alar's first, then it's McGear.
Oh, speaking of
Maja,
first
and then-
person,
Oh,
somebody
the
roll
reason
me a
I asked
d4.
is that I did the help action just now.
Right, but it's not back around to him yet.
Okay.
Maja just
I'm the
went.
first on the
Yeah,
turn.
that was Maja's turn. Oh, wait, no, that's right. Yeah, we did to Maja's turn. I thought we were on Alara's turn. We did Maja's turn.
Yeah, that was Maja.
And
No, that was Alara because she was trying
Yeah.
to break out.
Yeah, that was my turn.
We skipped Kedron then, because I'm after Alara.
yeah, things got out of order there. Kedron, sorry.
He said he's gonna help for tying up. I'm gonna tie up.
Go for the tie.
And he's helping, so advantage.
Well, no, we went through you because Iron Cloak gave the help action for.
That's a nat
Okay,
20.
we just skipped Kedron. Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay, so
22.
she gets extra restrained. She's now tied up.
I'm putting, like, I'm trying to hog tie her, like
Yeah.
her leg to her arms.
One leg. You
One
can't
leg.
That's why I said her leg to her arms.
Yeah, so you start getting that tied up, finally getting her even more restrained so he can release the leg hold that he has on her.
That's a
to
nat
keep
20
her-
for restraining her with the.
Tie her
so-
up, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
which
gonna be
means
hard
y'all
to
go
break out of.
prone. And then we go to Iron Cloak, who did the help action to choke. Ilara tried to break free. It failed. McGear.
So does that mean I can break
Uh,
a good knot?
All right. So now that if she is if she is hogtied, is she able to attack me if I move out of space?
No.
Kedron, you need to roll fire too.
Oh, yeah. Kedron,
I
roll
will-
me some fire.
I'm going to move
2.
Boop.
over here to see what's
Boop.
going on with the fire and monitor the situation.
Big fire. It's spreading quickly.
Big fire.
Is the smoke and soot penetrating the wall?
It is not.
Okay.
Like, you
that's
can
good.
see the force cage now as the soak and soot kind of settle onto it and streak it. But it's not coming into your area, which means air's also not getting into your area. It's a big
It's still,
area.
for as many few people as we have in here, as big as an area this is, and as high as this
Technically, we
probably
only
is,
have 4 people breathing at the moment.
It will take a while.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that went down through McGear. McGear, big fire, moving rapidly. What you doing?
There's not much I can do at the moment.
Blow on it.
Cool. Maja.
Actually, I take that back. I am going to start flexing my arcane knowledge and trying to figure out a way out of here. Would that be helpful for an intelligence check or an arcane check based on the situation? Mr.
Arcana.
Arcana. Because I am trying to figure out a way out of the situation. Whether this is the fire damage seals and unseal it, if there's anything we can do in here, like magical knowledge understanding in the situation.
Go ahead and roll that bad boy for me.
Okay, Arcana.
While there is no soot penetrating, you do feel the temperature in the room rising.
12.
You know it's a force shield. You know you can't reach the runes. Maybe when the fire does get to them, it might damage them enough to shut it down. But you're not sure if that will happen before or after the room gets too hot to survive in. With a 12, that's really all you're able to figure out. You're like, I don't know.
I do have a question though. With her hogtied, she would have to break out of the hogtie before she could try to fight the choke, right?
Well,
Basically, at this point, by the time she would go through another turn to do that, would she be able to?
but she falls
Right.
unconscious at the start of her turn, so it doesn't matter.
Unless Maja chooses to let me go.
Yes. Which,
No.
by the way, Maja, what you doing?
I'm putting her to sleep. Maja's
Go to
putting her
sleep,
to sleep.
go to sleep, 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 go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Kedron.
So is she asleep then?
It hasn't got back to her turn yet.
All right. Stop moving towards the windows. You can jump out once this fire burns away the runes. Hopefully. Because there's windows over here.
What's that outside of?
Huh?
What's that outside of?
Move toward them. Once the fire burns the runes, we can jump
Gotcha.
out.
Okay. Are you moving or anything?
I'm actually going to stay right about over here and keep an eye on that door.
Cool. Iron Cloak.
She's knocked out, right?
You see the light starting to fade from her eyes. She's not quite unconscious yet, but you feel like it won't be long.
All right, so
Hey, Boober Goober, what you doing up? Are you in there with mommy?
And
playing
from
games?
what I
Y'all
figured
play an
out,
animal game?
Y'all play in the animal game?
Oh, continue. I hear you.
from what I figured out beforehand, there's nothing we could do to get rid of the barrier, right?
Not from what you had seen so far, not in this moment.
Is this all one table?
I realize there are seams in it. I couldn't find a large table asset, so
I'm
did
assuming
what-
it's like buku heavy, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it
That is
bolted to the
one-
floor in any way? Or is
No,
it just
it's just sitting there.
Would this be multiple tables put together? Because that would be
No, it's
having
one
that-
table.
That is a lot of well-made table.
Yeah. Have I
His
mentioned
parents are
Kendrick's parents
rich.
are rich?
That's
Like-
excessive.
Like upper 0.1% of the population rich.
That's excessive.
and we had to
Yeah.
run around with crappy gear for years.
Screw your parents, Kedra.
Okay, so would it help any if like we were to flip over the table and like hide on the other side of it? Would it help with the heat any or not really?
Not really. It's kind of like it's a little directional, but with the force cage kind of suffusing it,
All right, so then
mean-
I am going to kind of help Maja till she's knocked unconscious and like we can verify she's unconscious. And then I'm going to help him drag her to the opposite side of the cage from where the fire's at.
And with that, we go to the top of the turn. Ilara, your vision fades. You fall unconscious, and the last thing you hear in your mind is disappointing.
Kedron's mom's a
unconscious.
bad guy.
Combat is over. Fire is spreading. It doesn't take you guys that long to drag her over here if you just want to move over there.
Well, I'm coming back over here next to Kedron once we move her.
Oh, cool.
To-
Once you come back over there, Kedron, I take it you're staring at your dead dad.
That, and I'm also keeping an eye on the doors.
Cool. Father Ironcloak, you come back over there. So they dragged her over there. I'm just gonna say
Get rid of
Maja's
the
making
turn
over.
order thing.
Huh? What?
Never mind.
You're standing there kind of looking out. And I just need a random token for this. I don't even care who. It doesn't really matter. I didn't make an actual token for this because I don't have any art for them. Just something to hold a place here. Give me what I want, what I really, really want.
I'll tell you what you want, what you really want. Let us go.
Not quite.
The story's going to get a whole lot cooler once we're out of here.
Fair. Why can't... Why is there nothing cool? Whatever. Theater of the Mind, don't worry about it. I'm not looking for a token right now. You come over there, and as if she were always standing there, but you know she wasn't, because you're literally staring that direction, but suddenly she's there. A woman is standing right there. Ironcloak.
Right where?
Right here.
Right beside my dead dad.
Creepy.
Ilara starts to breathe again. Congratulations, you're at 1 hit point because you're not now being choked, so you're stabilized and have 1 HP. Give me a con check to see if you're awake by this point.
Is she still like possessed? I know we're not over there, but like, can Magir or Maja tell us she's possessed still?
It depends on whether or not she's awake.
You said con?
No, she's still out.
Maja also has taken both axes, and he has
Yeah,
those.
I
now.
imagine.
I grabbed Alara's leg.
Cool.
We can take it. with us.
Yeah, standing right here, as if she's always been there, but you know for a fact she hasn't been, is a woman.
Is it D?
Your friend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so you want to
Hey,
get
Daddy
us?
Ironcloak.
You want to get us out of here?
So whatever you guys find the most attractive, race, looks, all of that is what you see. Individually.
Kedron just sees Lara.
I don't think after this. Although it's probably a halfling considering his proclivities so far.
Hey, it has been established that neither of us were really into the whole us being engaged thing. We were just friends and like weren't really going along with it.
Oh yes, because you and Alora don't have a thing.
She's not even a full halfling.
Or the short
Eh.
people we met at the the dwarf circus that
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
Wait, dwarves? I don't even remember going to a dwarf circus.
No, we met
There
them
was
on the
dwarves in
road
this-
to
yeah.
I
There
thought
was
that,
dwarves in the circus. and
that
it was
woman that
definitely
was
short-staffed.
trying to mess with me was a tiefling.
no, she was
No,
a dwarf.
the woman that was messing with him was a tiefling.
Oh, like when we were with Sir Hickenbottom?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that
Yay.
was a tiefling that messed with him. But maybe he has a thing for short stacks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, is it a goblin? Kendrick, be honest.
He's got a
Are you
thing
seeing
for
a goblin?
bobbling. He just sees bobbling.
Are you just seeing Boblin there?
Oh.
Wait,
He's just
moving
like,
on.
So whatever you find most attractive is what you see standing before you. However, there are things that you all see. White robes, kind of like a toga, right? Silver hair, orange cat slit eyes. These are the features that are a common thread no matter what you see. You say that to her and she goes, "Hey, Daddy Iron Cloak, you know, I usually don't help my minions out like this. Like, if you die, you die. It's kind of part of the whole thing, right?" And she takes a step forward, steps in your dad's goo pool that's there, and goes, "Ew, somebody should really clean that mess up." Ugh. I mean, points for creativity, acid and ice, but just leaving it there? Anyways, walks up to the barrier, taps her fingernails on it. The fire's still burning in the background, mind you. Like roaring fire in the background. But what they're about to do is going to affect me eventually in the long run too. And like my whole home plane and all of the planes. So I'd rather it didn't happen.
So let us out, baby girl. I got you.
Iron Cloak. Who's the pretty lady with the white hair?
It is just a friend of mine. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
I'm depravity. We trade favors.
All right. Can I do a intelligence check or a history check or religion check? Which would be most applicable to this? Because demons, and this is
No.
Some
I
sort of
study.
knowledge check.
Are you trying to figure out if it's a demon?
I am, yes.
Give me a religion check.
Religion.
Leftmost is a 16.
Hang on. I did that on Lara's.
Okay, so
That
what's your
is
base roll is a
actually supposed to
12.
be a +4 more, so that's actually a 20.
Well,
have
no,
a
you
plus
rolled a
8 to
12, so it'd
religion?
be 16.
I have a +8 on my religion. So that'd be 20.
Really? How do you have a +8 in religion? Isn't that a wisdom's throw?
It's an intelligence.
Ah, that's how. Okay. 20. Depravity. Not a demon. You've never heard of a demon called depravity. I mean, it kind of fits the motif, but there are little things that are wrong. The ears are too pointy and long. There's a certain grace about the way that she moves, something that tickles the back of your mind, something familiar but not demonic.
So you gotta let us out?
You just have to come out and say it, really? Where's the fun? Yes, but you have to feed one of your members to that fire.
Counter offer.
You're right, that's too much.
Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
playing. Just playing. Calm down. Oh my gosh.
And we'll feed his mom to the fire. Not this fire, but a fire.
A fire? Ooh, I like that one.
Why are we
Not as creative about what you did with the dragon, but not bad. You know, he can't reach those. They grew far enough back that he can't pick them out. It's just constant in his head. It's beautiful. Drives him crazy. He's gonna eat you the next time he sees you.
Why are we making a bargain?
Probably.
This creature is.
Huh?
Still staring mostly blankly.
Because if we don't make a bargain, we die.
Oh, there's no bargain here. Well, there is, but here's the bargain. I let you out. You stop them from their ultimate plans because their plans negatively affect me and my home plane in the long run. Not right now, but in the long run because
And your home plane's where?
oh, you've been there. Don't worry about it. Anyways,
Can I do another check based on that?
sure, it's gonna be a knowledge base. Let's see. Between the hints you picked up earlier, and why is your page blank white? Okay, there it goes loading. I just want to see what checks are available because it's been a minute since we played 5e. Actually, give me a nature check. Yeah, nature.
11.
11. Oh, it's right there. Can't quite put your finger on it. Been there before. You've been to a few places.
I've only been to one other plane.
High stress situation. Lots of fire.
Technically, you've
death.
been to more than one.
You have.
Oh, I
'Cause-
take that back. Yes, I've.
You've been to the plane of ice. You've been to the ethereal plane. I think a gate was.
He,
I think your gate was open to like the plane of fire once or something.
well, and then he went to the cool place where the dude bro was locked.
Cool place where the dude bro was locked.
And where we saw that dude who might have been God, or was that me?
Oh
Was it-
yeah,
was
the
it-
astral. You went to
Probably
the
God.
astral.
Wasn't God.
Yeah.
The old man on the moon.
Yeah, you went to the astral. You've been to a few planes.
I'll fill you guys on who she is once we get out of here.
So that's the deal. I think it's mutually beneficial. Right?
So what are we waiting on then?
For you all to say okay and like get together in one spot so I can get you all out of there.
All right, cool.
Cool. Maja, bring Alara over here.
In that time, somebody roll me 2d4s.
All right, that's one for me, one for my gear.
It's a 1 and a
2.
He was left
The
most.
first one was a 2.
So 3. 1, 2, 3. You all kind of move around. You drag Alara with you. She's like, "Oh, unconscious one. I'll need to wake her up." Disappears. All right, and is right here behind you guys.
Nani.
Gather around, boys and girls. Let me make a quick die roll.
No, let's make a live roll.
Ha, good one. Can y'all see that?
No.
No.
Cool. You don't need to know what her pluses are. And you all disappear, reappearing in the front room of your mansion. She's like, "This is as far as I can take you. Have fun. Bye."
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna dash back into the room here.
We're playing a game right now, baby. We're playing a game right now. Give me just a minute.
Do I know how far it is from wherever she brought us to the food hall?
A little ways,
All right,
probably.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Sweet.
And just dash right back in here.
Okay, so you come bursting through the doors. At that point, the fire has.
All right.
In your brain, you hear, "Oh, by the way, your gear is available to you. Don't worry. I left it on the front porch."
And once I get in here, I'm gonna cast Create and Destroy Water on the flames here. Like, how do I ping
Around the
again?
body.
Like,
Like
just
here,
hold
like
okay.
around there.
To try and
Put out
not
as much water as I can, or as much fire
Yep.
as I can.
to get the body not on fire.
Yep. And I'm gonna run over here. Well, from where the fire looked, didn't look like his body was on fire. Like it was licking at him, but
Yeah, to keep
All
it
right.
from catching him on fire.
I'm grabbing the body and I am. Does it look like I could put this out by continuously casting?
How many spells you got?
All of 'em.
9, 12, 13, 14?
You could burn the spell slots for it if you wanted to. Yeah.
How much? Like
Create, destroy water. How big of a thing do you do again?
it is 10 gallons of water, so no, probably not in any reasonable amount of time, right?
Not in a reasonable amount of time, no.
Ooh, do I have that equipped? Wait. Can I do this in a different way?
That depends. Do you have your stuff yet?
No, I'm talking different spell slots.
Sure.
Would this count as unprotected flame?
Yeah.
So, Gust of Wind specifies that it can blow out, it disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area.
Okay, candles, torches, and like campfires.
But it says unprotected. It is not a protected
It
flame.
says similar unprotected flames, as in similar to a torch or a candle.
I have a question.
I probably have an answer.
I'm gonna grab my sword out of our gear
Shut
on the
up,
front
not your
porch,
turn.
walk in there, and draw the frost brand sword that extinguishes all non-magical flame within 30 feet, and walk through.
All right, then I'm gonna grab his dad's body and I'm going for like away from here. Not necessarily.
This is not magical flame, is it?
No.
All
just puts out the-
non-magical flame within 30 feet is immediately extinguished.
As soon as you draw, but that's not a persistent thing. Like it doesn't keep putting out fire.
But he
You
can
can
just.
just-
I can put out a decent amount of this if
Yeah.
I walk close to close
He
to it.
he has been trained in the art of the samurai, and he's just like. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Well, you were out partying. I was training with the blade. Yeah, you
Alright.
can do it in like 2 or 3 turns.
So I'm
by
gonna
walking through and
while
redrawing.
while I see him doing that, I'm gonna pull his dad away from the fire.
Mhm.
I want to look over him. Is he missing any body? Like I know he got hit by acid, but per the spell, it doesn't say like it removes body parts or anything or the cold. Does he have all of his body parts?
Roll a d100 for me.
I'm not rolling this. Somebody else do it.
70 or below, he has all of his parts. 25, he has all of his
25.
parts.
So he has all of his parts. He's just
Yep.
obviously dead.
Obviously dead.
And damaged from all that.
Mhm.
I'm really glad I chose the level I did. So I'm gonna yell to I assume everybody's back in the room or working the way. Protect
not.
this room, or then I'll yell to Kedron. Protect this room for the next hour. I'm going to grab the diamond I hold on me for Revivify, and I'm going to use it to cast Raise Dead, which, as long as his dad has every organ that is required to live, and his soul is willing to repossess his body, I can bring him back. As long as he hasn't been dead for 24 or 10 days.
The organs might be a little bit goopy, but they're there.
He will have a -4 penalty to all attacks, rolls, saving throws, and ability checks for the next 4 days. Every time he long rests, he loses a -1.
Give me just a second.
So the fire is put out, and we're possibly bringing back Kedron's dad. This is hilarious.
Oh, and the spell also neutralizes all poisons and cures all non-magical diseases that affect the creature.
It's pretty cool. You wanna takes an hour to cast?
Yes. Which I yelled to them to protect this room for an hour, and then I'm going to start casting.
As you start casting, give me an Arcana check.
I'm not very good at Arcana.
I want to help him.
In this case, you really can't.
I'm going to use my inspiration,
Go for it.
which is a D10, right?
Yes.
15.
Something doesn't feel right. As you begin this thing that should call his soul back, you call out, and after about 15 minutes, when you usually begin to hear a response, when you feel like you should start to feel something, nothing. You haven't burned so far into the spell that you can't quit casting it and keep your slot. But by this point, you feel like you should be getting some sort of response. Nothing's happening.
You mean I had this cool idea? This is the second time you screw me over when I want to do something cool.
I'm sorry, I wrote this 6 months ago. What happened to his soul?
You suck.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what do you mean what happened to his soul?
Don't worry about it.
It is not currently going to possess his
Kedron.
body. That is what happened to
There
it.
was nothing there to
Kedron.
thematically feel it.
I
I'm gonna look up at you.
don't think I can do anything. They, from what I can tell, they did something to his soul. There's not.
Still no words. I've been standing there with just the sword. I'm gonna go into the bag and start pulling out my. I'm guessing she put everything in our bag and put it on the front porch.
Yeah.
Start putting on my armor and gear. Still not saying anything.
All right.
Yeah, I want to get my stuff.
Then I'm going to.
Armor ready
Oh,
to go.
Iron Cloak, I'm gonna whisper you real quick. In your head, you hear D whispering, "Ooh, that's rough, sweetie. You can do it, just not right now. Tell you what, I'll give you a hint. Look for a cage on one of either his mom's or his friend's belt next time you fight him."
Can I share this with everyone else, or you want me to keep this a secret?
Oh, I don't care. I just feel bad, really. I mean, not really, but I also hate those two so very much for making me
Well-
like actually do things.
D, I'll make them pay for you, and I'll
Are
make
you
it fun.
creative? Ooh. I swear, one day I'm going to convince you to burn down an orphanage with everyone inside, but we'll get there.
I don't know about that, but I'll make this one fun.
Thanks. Word of advice: you might want to keep them from rotting more. in the
Yeah,
meantime.
I was planning on doing that.
Okay, bye.
I'm going. Oh, right back. All right, I'm going to cast the cool spell I have that makes it so people can't be possessed or deteriorate.
Nice.
Kedron, you got the bag?
Yeah.
All
Does that apply
uh,
to me? Would that work on me? I'm just curious.
I'm assuming you're awake at this point.
That is a you thing. I don't get to decide that.
Yeah, you're awake at this point. It's been. If you are still unconscious, we're checking for brain damage.
We need to put her in the bag, or put him in the bag, not
I
not
was
her.
like, excuse me?
Kedron, your mom or Lara has your dad's soul. They caged it when they killed him. We have to get it back.
I have his soul?
No,
Lara. Not Alara.
Oh, Lara. Okay, got it.
And I'm gonna grab his dad, carry him over to Kedron, take my stuff out of the bag, and then I guess put his dad in. The
Yeah, just
bag.
put Kedron's dad. Put Lord D'Artagnan's body as a listed item in the bag.
It can fit,
It can.
and I don't know any other way to like keep people
No,
from touching it.
I love it. Absolutely.
Doesn't Magir have the preservation spell?
Gentle repose.
I
Iron Cloak does.
have the upgraded version, so he can't be turned to undead, and it lasts forever instead of just 6 days.
Oh, cool.
All right.
For a moment, we're going to take a very quick break because DM needs to go potty. So, internet, we'll see you later. We probably.
Well, I'm
won't
going to
do
leave it
this
on,
soon.
and I will just explain who the person was we saw while you are.
Oh, I want to be there for that explanation
Okay,
because I want to see
then
how that
I
goes.
won't do that.
I'll be like, I just got to pee. I'll be
All
right back.
Well, that was fun.
I was really hoping to do a lot more damage on you guys. I'm gonna be honest.
I was hoping there was going to be some way for us to actually get out of the shield on our own.
That would be cool.
I figured we was gonna have to wait until the fire burned it out,
I thought we were too, and it was like,
and then like jump out the windows.
Also, you guys are probably gonna not be able to use me in combat against these guys.
Yeah.
Because they can just tell me to take their side whenever they want to.
well, so we should, with how long that took, we should be coming close to them being out of time, per se.
Because this isn't the first time you've gone out. I imagine it's an hour of your time. The first one you went
ahead.
across town, killed somebody, disposed of the body, and then came back. The second time you went and made a deal. There's got to be running low on time out of the hour.
You mean 24
Yeah, they had
hours?
24 hours.
Was 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay. Still got to be running through at least a decent amount of it.
It took her, so she didn't dispose of the body.
Oh.
She came to consciousness standing over the dead body.
Right, but it was still
Oh.
across town.
It was. So it took her about an hour to get there and do the killing.
And she was gone for a couple of hours while we were doing the stuff at Salazar's, because it was as we were finishing up that she showed back up.
You guys weren't in Salazar's for a couple of hours. You were in there for like 20 minutes.
I'm just saying we could have saved this entire campaign if we just didn't care who the heck killed, like
Maybe.
that.
Anyways.
Father Caladay was killing people.
Please continue the roleplay. What's
All
happening?
right, so I'm gonna start putting on my stuff, my armor and all that, and then shove Kedron's dad's body in the bag.
Yep.
If I'm awake, am I me?
Yes. You are you.
Guys, why am I tied up?
I'm going to fill her in. Skip
Your
ahead.
face hurts because chair.
I leave out the chair.
She wakes up tied up and missing her leg.
I also give her leg back.
It's slightly damaged.
What happened? What is going on?
Where is it? I should have it. Can I cast mending to fix her leg?
I'll allow it. It didn't really damage any of the mechanisms. It just kind of got a little bent. I'll allow it. So, anyways, you were saying, Obi.
All right. Well, I have a question beforehand. Is there any sort of like enchantments we know that would let us like know ahead of time if she's going to be possessed again?
I don't know. Are there?
It's an
Anybody got any cool
assumption.
spells?
I don't know.
That would be a do you have the spells for it thing.
I doubt it. Okay, never mind. That's
Okay,
something we should
so
look at.
to get caught up on what's going on, for some reason, the soul of Ketron's dad is not returning.
Well, were you gone when I explained that, McGear?
I went to the restroom.
Okay, so
Yes.
Kedron's dad's soul is in a cage on either his mom or Lara's belt, and I can't bring him back from the dead until we release his soul so that it's able to return to his body.
Oh, interesting.
So we have to kill them. Also, just so you know, I'm under contract to kill both your mom and Lara now, so we fight them, it's whatever. I have to deal the killing blow. Just how it
Who is
works.
this depravity person and why are you under contract?
Let me get to that. So that is the cost of us getting out of the cool circle of doom. Is the circle gone or is it still there?
No, it's still there.
Cool. So then I'm going to stand over here so I'm not inside of it because I assume I can't
Yeah.
walk back in.
Yeah, you guys aren't inside of it.
So you guys know that ring that you gave me without telling it was possessed. Like back in...
I did not know this ring because I don't think I was there for that session.
Yes, you got the ring.
Oh, you got the ring.
And
You had an interaction with depravity. You just forgot.
Because, stuff we don't know about and you being possessed at the time.
Yes.
And then Kedron got it.
Oh, the stupid ring that we just I
Handed
don't want
around?
this and pass it on.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
And then Kedron gave it to me. Well,
Funny.
so I kind of work for her ish. I do her favors, she does me favors. It's whatever. Also, you guys remember
Dragon?
find the name. I have it I just looked it up 30 seconds ago.
The hag?
No, not the hag. Lorith. We stayed at her house in the Feywild.
Yep.
That's Depravity's sister. Depravity actually helped with us getting out of the Feywild. She kind of, helped us get where we're going. That was one of her favors. I had to do some things. Also, if we run into the dragon that we met underneath the mountain, I'm probably dying.
Wait,
At
so
least
Why?
pretty
you did
likely
something
I
to
died.
Crimson.
What'd you do?
Because if I remember, I actually was looking at my notes, and I remember Josh giving him a name because he didn't give a name, and it was Crimson.
So
the
you
dragon.
remember in the Feywild where we saw those mushrooms that scream when people are near them?
Yep.
I may or may not have done Depravity a favor because she thought it was funny and put some of those up the dragon's nose. And so now they're there forever just screaming in his head.
Also, McGear, with the mention of that being depravity's sister, you make the connection. She's an archfey.
She's a what?
She's an
Oh.
archfey.
the heckles on my neck. Cringe.
That's also how I knew my mom was here. Was because of her.
Wait, your mom's here?
Yeah, we went over. She's locked in the basement. She may
She
or
was a lycanthrope.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you're aware of this.
That-
It was a whole thing.
I am not.
So
I'm
I
just
don't
going
know
to
if
clarify. I'm not
so
at all.
he never mentioned that his mom was one of the people down there. Everyone knew that there was the lycanthropes, but he never mentioned that his mom was one of them.
So, I,
No, me and him both snuck down there and met her.
yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
but that was never communicated. to the
because
group.
Yes, you
get
guys never
this,
communicated
get
to the larger
this.
group.
This adds to all the cool things I've been able to do that don't end up panning out. She gave me pass without a trace, and Kedron still saw me because I rolled a nat 1.
That was true.
That was pretty funny.
But yeah, so like when my parents died when I was younger, they didn't die. Well, my dad still did, but my mom was actually, a lycanthrope, and they burned down her house when they, took her.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then all the stuff about the lycanthropes and all that. Now, oh, also she helped me out when we fought the. Basically, anytime we've been in a tricky situation, like she just kind of helps me out, and then I have to do things for her because of that. It's not the worst deal. We just almost got killed by Alara, so that seems like one of the worst ones so far. This one tends to help us out. She may or may not later down the road want me to burn down an orphanage, but as of right now, we're not doing that.
I don't respect burning down orphanages, but
I know that seems bad.
It does seem bad. Agreed.
Very much so.
I love this.
All right. So just to recap, you have, in case you weren't already aware, a archfiend that
Fae.
you
Fae.
are archfey. Sorry, I mispronounced there because I'm distracted by my toilet upstairs running. So you have a archfey that you are. Are you bound to them then?
No. We're just friends.
Contractual?
Not really, but no. Not really. I'm not required to do anything for her. But when she does
Where's
stuff like
the
this,
ring?
Huh?
Where's the ring?
Gone?
What do you
No,
need?
it won't matter. After I said yes, then the ring is just a ring. Because we
Okay.
gave it to Maja, or we gave it to Thule after we got cooler ones. So actually, I believe it's in whatever void he got sucked into.
Yeah, it's destroyed. Or darn near. Point being, so you're contractually bound, but not contractually bound to an archfey.
Mm,
Kedra's dad is dead. The keepers are potentially corrupt.
definitely.
I am not surprised or necessarily disagreeing with them, depending on circumstances. I'll get back to you on that. Need to figure out if my uncle's in on this. Pal is not our pal.
Petrovich.
Yeah.
I mean, Petrovich did seem pretty slimy from the start.
Iron
Again,
Cloak to get another whisper. You guys should hurry. It's about to get really bad.
Well, I was about to say throughout this whole
Yeah.
conversation, I've been looking out the windows, seeing if
Well,
there's-
And you
assume-
guys have been strapping on armor.
Yeah, I assume this is going pretty quick while we're stretching on. All right, so we
why-
need to go now.
Why is this about to go get bad?
Oh, you don't hear that. That was just Iron Cloak that heard
Yeah,
that. in
so
his
we need to
brain.
go now.
That was depravity. speaking to him.
Things are in motion that we need to stop. So we can finish up talking once we stop Kedron's mom.
Can somebody untie me?
Oh, I'm assuming we did that. Well,
Yeah, that is the thing.
Also,
As long as
is
you
she
believe
at-
she's not possessed
is
anymore.
she at 1 HP or is she back up to what she had before?
Oh no, she's at 1 HP.
I'm gonna put all my class resource.
Okay.
Before she does that,
Where is my class resource?
Your class resource is empty.
It shouldn't be. You guys should before that fight. You should have been fully rested up.
No, I mean like it's completely empty, like it's just gone. I don't know how
Should
much
have been
she's
an
supposed to
EM.
cost.
Isn't it 5 per level?
Yeah, it's 5 per level, and you're level 11, so that should be 55.
Okay, so I'm gonna put all of that
Okay.
into myself. Um, so that would be 56.
All right. Lay on hands, top left box is your lay on hands thing.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll put me at 56, and then I also will do. Can you just do my healing spell as well?
Cure wounds.
Yeah, but I need you to check my spell slot too.
What level?
Alara, before you
Nine.
do that,
I
before
don't have level 9. I have
You have up
level
to
3.
before you do
Ilara.
all that, I'm gonna give you 2 of the lesser potions of healing. Not like, but whatever the
Normal ones.
10 points.
they're not the fancy one, like the second level
Yeah.
ones are the first level healing.
Yeah, it's
potions.
10 points of HP, so that's another 20 HP.
Okay, so another 20.
Then use that before, so if you hit your maximum, you're not using all your.
All right, I think I'll be okay there.
All right. You guys have re-equipped. You have all of your gear that Depravity was kind enough to drop off for you. You guys have an archfey just helping you out right now. I'm sure it's not reason to be concerned because she says whatever's about to happen is going to infect her home plane. Probably not a concern. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And I'm running.
And Iron Cloak is off to the races.
Yeah, so I'm like in mid conversation, and he just kind of like gets a look on his face and books out the door.
Well, no, I stated that things are about to happen. Things are in motion that we need to stop, and we
And
need
then-
to go
All
now.
right. While all this is happening, as they're about to put my father, before they put my father in the bag, I'm actually going to reach down and take his belt knife off.
Okay.
And take that with me.
All right, you have it's his belt knife is a regular dagger. We'll make it a +1. He's rich.
Can you re-equip all my stuff?
I already have.
Okay, awesome.
So you have a very ornate +1 dagger in your pocket.
Maybe not.
You all
With
take
the
off.
ornamentation being a little bit melty.
Yeah, well, it's magic. It's fine. It's a magic item.
Amulet too.
Yep.
You all take off out of Kedron's house, down the street. Everything seems normal at first. As you round a corner, you see a crier standing on the corner. They make announcements. All citizens to report to the square. The Pope has called what would it be called? A meeting?
Town
Convergence?
hall.
Mass.
Sure, the Pope has called a mass in the town square in 5 minutes. No, it's been a little while. You just been talking. Effective immediately. Basically, go there. They're doing it soon.
All right, I'm gonna dash down the as we're dashing towards the square. Anybody I see, going to make it very clear: do not go. It's a trap.
They just kind of look at you. Give me a charisma check. You are heroes, which is why you get a charisma check.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to like make my voice louder while I'm doing this. So
Give
that
me an
like,
intimidation check if you would like.
No, I'm making it like to make my
Okay.
voice louder so more people can hear me as we're
Okay,
running down.
give me a charisma check. Delicious
23.
filtered tap water. That's a save. I did a
Never mind.
check.
That's a joke. Ha.
So that is a 15 plus your charisma mod.
17.
17. A few people kind of get worried and start to move away, but the vast majority continue on. This is the Pope. Like, yes, you all are heroes. This is the Pope calling this. So a few people start to leave, but the vast majority are continuing on and just kind of giving you sideways glances, and like some whispers start to move throughout the crowd. But they do make way for you. They don't block your path either.
All right, if they're not listening to me being nice, can I like intimidate them to go home? I'll be like,
Sure.
it's not the Pope. They're trying to kill us. Get back
Go
in your homes.
Slightly higher DC because this is a second check, and also they're indoctrinated cultists, so go
No.
for it. That's a negative. They go, he's lost his mind. All the stress of being out in the world, eh? Must have. Feel sorry for the chap. Hey, maybe the Pope will bless him and it'll be better.
Hey, Brent, can you pull me into A whisper real quick.
Yeah. So
Alara screams, "You will die." Ouch. Although that would have been my reroll. The 23 would have been my reroll.
um, anybody paying attention to Kedron?
No, but did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't.
I was trying to help Iron Cloak, and I yelled, "You will die." That that 23 would be my reroll because the 10 was in that one.
More people begin to start to funnel away, but it's still not a lot. Like a few people are like, okay, this is a little weird. I'm gonna go home and pretend to be sick, which is why I didn't go to the Pope Mass. But
I
still
make
not a
sure that
lot
our
of people.
group is together, and do I spot Kedron?
Yeah, you just see him grab someone and talk to them for a second. A woman before she starts to run off.
Kedron, who was that?
Acquaintance. Just need to leave.
So you guys are like sprinting down. If you were taking any more time to try and convince people, you're gonna have to slow down.
Nope.
All right, so you are sprinting towards the square. As you get there, it becomes more and more crowded. It's harder and harder to get through the people, but you're trying to force your way through. You're still quite a far back to the crowd, but there is a raised platform in the middle where they have done such things before. Now, normally the Pope, they have a sort of trap door that opens up, and the Pope is raised out of it. And you see something start to raise out of that trap door. And at first, you see the Pope's face, but as it comes up, it's the Pope's head on a sword held by Brother Petrovich, flanked by several minions, and also Kedron's mom and Laura. You guys are still at the back of the crowd. You can see them, but it's off in the distance.
How far away?
We're talking 200 feet easy. You can see them,
All
and you
right,
can
I'm
move.
going to insightful fighting on my mom.
Go for it. You start to try and push your way through the crowd, but it's a very densely packed crowd. The entire population, save for a few people you yelled at,
I'm gonna
rammed in.
use thaumaturgy to like thunderously, make my voice extremely loud, dashing through here.
You're yelling. The crowd is loud. You start to make me another intimidation check. Again, this is your third attempt, so the DC gets harder every time.
So they're moving out of my way.
They immediately begin to move out of your way. Petrovich looks towards you and growls and goes, "Fine, I'll make it quick."
Heathen, you'll die today.
All right, so I had started my stuff before he was doing
Yeah,
that.
no,
but
you are insightful fighting your mom 200 feet away.
yeah, and I am going to use the cloak of Mont Blanc to teleport 200 feet behind her and stab her.
Nice roll initiative. Let me clear the order. I don't have a map for this. So I'm gonna grab random people out of my book of people
Do I have
to
advantage on this since I'm popping out of nowhere? And
not for initiative,
no, I mean for
but
like my stab.
yeah, you're gonna have sneak attack and surprise. Um, congratulations, Tim and
Actually, you know what?
Kathy the
I will
Necromancer.
take another turn. They can start doing their stuff, and I'll hide. I'm going to prep up I'm going to take another turn and prep up my entire thing I sent into the group chat earlier.
Yes, Violet. Okay, can you tell mommy? Why won't it drop any of the? Well, I'm busy. Why won't you drop to the map?
Right, you hear me? I'm going to let it roll one more turn and prep up all of my stuff.
Okay, go ahead. You go right ahead. People start rolling initiative for me.
Well, I haven't teleported yet because I'm taking one more turn. Or is it initiative on him saying something?
Okay, if you're not teleporting this turn, him saying something will start initiative.
Okay.
That is not a half red dragon veteran. That is the bad guys. That is the bad guys. Except I need one for him because he's going to be going on his own turn. Why can't I drop anything on this freaking map? Spiked woodwood? Anything? No? Okay. Hold on, I'm going to refresh. Boop. I'm going to roll for him off of the stats I have, and then I'll just put him in as this. Initiative.
Yes. Okay.
Why can't I drop anything on the map?
From what we know of like the defenses of Vatica, are they meant to keep stuff out, or they're meant to keep stuff out, not from leaving, right?
Mostly, yeah. Except for like teleportation, that's a two-way thing. It just doesn't really work.
Right.
It's not letting me drop anything on this map. I'm gonna move maps. Here, give me a second.
We're still in the dining hall, so.
Yeah, that's the map I was on as well. I wasn't gonna move, but I'm like, I can't get anything to drop on this freaking map. So, okay, there we go. And then I'll manually input his actual initiative. All right, so Bodak represents Petrovich, and the red half dragon is all the other bad guys.
Don't see the red half dragon.
Red half dragon veteran, bottom of the initiative count, 4.8.
No, all we see in there is the
Bodak.
Oh, weird.
Initiative's being glitchy today.
Fine. Bandit captain. Initiative.
Kedron, your mom's now a massive black dude with a cool bandana.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Descending. All right. Initiative. Everybody in? I am missing Ilara.
I got a 7.
Okay, I need someone to. Here, I'll do it.
Also, so like it's doing the same thing again. Other than the Bodak, the bandit captain, and Alara can't see anybody.
It's fine. I'll handle
So.
it. Okay.
There you go. Did I get her in there?
Yeah, I got her already. You're good. All right. Everybody in? Kedron, why are you rolling like 5 times?
I rolled twice for me and McGear.
Or
You
Maja.
mean Maja?
I mean, yeah, Maja. The other M name.
Okay, cool.
Eminem.
Descending. First up is Maja with a 24.16 initiative. Not bad. He's 200 feet back.
Yeah.
The crowd has begun to part. Still difficult terrain at this point. At initiative count 20, it'll clear to more passable terrain.
Maja will sit there kind of stunned for a sec and kind of look around at the rest of the group. And Kedron's actually going to look over at him. Come with me. And that's
He's
going
gonna hold
to
his turn.
He's going to hold his turn.
Sweet. It's Brother Petrovich's turn. Well, I had a whole speech, but fine. We'll do this fast like. And he turns around, slings the head off the sword, says some words, plunges his sword into the air where it disappears into the fabric of reality, and he slashes downwards, driving the blade into the ground, creating a black sliver in space. That's his turn. Kedron.
Right. You know what? Not gonna. I'm gonna bonus action the extra D4, and then teleport with Masha because I can bring another person.
Bonus action D4 what?
It's one of my spells. It's gives me a D4 radiant. I can't remember. It's blessings.
Okay, yeah. Like Radiant Smite or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, cool. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to cape Cloak of Mont Blanc.
Yeah. The two of us up there.
Okay, so that is your action and your bonus action.
Mhm.
You are behind them. Maja's turn has been held. I'm guessing his bit has been reached.
Yeah. He gonna do a. He doesn't have anything particularly against my mom and friend, so he's just going to try to plunge that his his dragon bone lance into the back of Petrovich.
Go for it.
Dragon bone lance.
Is Petrovich wearing his robes, or does it look like he's wearing armor now?
His robes.
Oh, those weren't supposed to be an advantage, were they?
Nope.
Whoops. Oh, take them off of advantage.
Well, no. Wouldn't he also have surprise?
He does. So yeah, actually advantage. 21, 23, and 22. At that much damage, he slams the spear straight through Petrovich's back, bursting, well, his front, because Petrovich turned around to plunge the sword in. Straight through his chest, out the back, as blood falls out of Petrovich's mouth, and he goes, I can do better. And slumps forward, dead on his spear.
It's still Kedron's turn. Interact with objects. Grab the sword.
Cool. Sounds amazing.
Movement. Jump off of the pedestal. Because it's like 20 feet up, right?
Hold on. Constitution save, please.
Oh.
For
Aw,
touching the
you
sword.
don't have me. What a bummer. You should have brought me.
We still can't really trust you right now, especially against these particular people. Constitution save. Right. I'm gonna have to add 2 because I tried to change it back, but it didn't add my bonus for my ring back in.
Okay, we'll just add 2. Go for it.
Didn't mean to
You
advantage that.
don't have advantage, so 21 plus 2.
Oh, it is
Plus
plus 2. It just did it weird.
Okay, cool. You only take half damage for grabbing this hilt.
Why having it like that, but oh,
So half of that, which is 16 points of necrotic damage, as negative energy floods through your body for grabbing the hilt of this sword. Your body begins to desiccate from holding the hilt.
You should let go.
What up?
can I shove it in the bag of holding? Because I established that I didn't have
It's
it.
still planted point down in the ground.
Oh, it's in the ground. I thought you said he stabbed it
He
into the air.
stabbed into the air and then drove it down to where it ripped the plane and drove into the cement.
Come on, King
Or
Arthur.
into the
pull out the stone.
Yeah, I'm guessing it would take an action or something to move it.
You can certainly try.
Well, I've already
This
used
is
my
now
action
part
for
of an
this turn,
extremely powerful spell.
so I'm just gonna take my damage because that's my whole turn. That's interact with objects, action, bonus action, movement.
Yep. All right, that's Kedron's turn.
So wait. He grabbed it to use his action to pull it out. Did the
Well,
action
interact with
indicate-
objects. I didn't know it was like stuck into the
Yeah,
ground.
he used his action to teleport him and Magir.
Yes.
Or Maja.
Yeah, he used his action to teleport him and Maja up there.
Yes.
All right, I thought it was just like kind of he was
Interact-
still holding it. It wasn't like driven into anything though.
No, he into the space and then down into the ground is what I had said.
All right, I had missed that. But
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even so, it's way more stuck than it should be. You figure an interact with object should be able to pick it up. It cannot. So yes, he used his action to teleport up there, his bonus action to buff his blades for when he does attack. Maja triggered his held action to stab, killed Brother Petrovich. Kedron tried to use his interact with objects to try and pick up the blade, got rocked with necrotic damage, and wasn't able to pick up the blade.
Is Lara up there with them, or is it just his mom?
Lara, his mom, and several cronies.
I have a mechanic question.
Mm-hmm.
If you use haste on yourself, can you use another action that turn?
As long as it's one of the actions that haste allows you to do. Haste has a very specific list of actions you can do.
Using the attack action, are you able to use a spell?
No. The attack action is its own thing. And even so, you can only cast one level spell per turn, regardless.
Unless you have the feat dual spell.
Correct, but that's a sorcery point thing.
Okay.
But after Kedron, it does become Magir. So Magir, high intensity situation, fast stuff.
I am going to, let's see here, I am 200 feet out, correct?
Correct.
I am going to, let's see here, core speed is 3, 0. I am going to dash, did the intimidation clear the crowd enough to where I can move through it, or is it difficult terrain?
Yes, at initiative count 20, it became normal terrain.
Okay. So I am going to use the dash action. I'm going to move 60 feet forward and then end my turn. Well, I take that back. I'm also going to activate my Iron Stone of Protection.
Cool. Ilara.
I am thinking. Okay. I don't know how far from them I am because I don't have the cool magically pop up place spells.
Yep.
But
You're 200 feet from them.
200 feet.
Yes.
I
How far does the
guess
Cloak of Mont Blanc let you move anyway?
It's Dimension Doors. I think is about.
Oh, it's 500, yeah.
Yeah, 500 feet.
Nice.
I am just going to use my action to dash then.
Which gets you up to 80 feet because you've got 40. What is it?
She
Say
should have
20
40 feet of movement.
Yeah, it says 25 for some reason.
Probably because she got her boots unequipped in the magic area.
Pendant.
Either way, 40 feet.
Anyways.
So you are now 120 feet away.
Okay. And I. That's it for now.
All right. Hey, Iron Cloak.
Okay. So how long has it been? I'm assuming it's been longer than 10 minutes since we got out of the thing, right? Because I assume the town hall area is pretty far away from his parents' house, Kedron's parents' house.
Well, y'all were also full bore sprinting.
Okay, so
Nah.
Expeditious Retreat lasts 10 minutes. Would it have been 10 minutes since I cast that?
That depends. Were you utilizing Expeditious Retreat, or were you keeping up with your friends? Were you letting your friends keep up with you?
I was
Just going to put it right at the 10-minute mark. if your friends are keeping up with you.
I was assuming I was probably keeping up with them, if not like a little bit ahead of them. But
Yeah.
if it
So
took them
it's
10
going to be
minutes,
right
then-
on the end. You might have one more turn of it.
Wait for me.
All right,
I have little legs.
girl, you can run faster. Actually, I would be keeping up with them because everybody there can run faster than me.
That's fair. So for once, you're keeping up with them. How does it feel? You're
Fine.
like, I am a fast dwarf.
Fast boy.
Okay, so I can move at.
Those little legs are just moving so fast. Yo, guys,
75
that
feet.
VTech kicked in.
So I'm gonna move 75 feet towards them.
Yep. So you're about 5 feet behind Alara.
Yep. All right, and then I'm going to.
At this point, I think Nagir and Kedron popping up behind big enemies with Coloquia Mont
You mean
Blanc as its
Maja?
own maneuver. Yeah, Maja.
And
The second time we've done this.
I can grab something out of my bag and like open it up with a interact with objects, right?
Yeah, unless like the game says otherwise.
Unless the DM says otherwise.
Well, the game, like mechanics
Oh.
wise, it depends on what you're specifically trying to do.
Like a grenade or something I could use. Like if it was, that's a bad example.
Yeah,
It's-
grenades in action.
No, I know. It's literally it would be okay.
Just tell me what
The-
you're trying to do.
The orb that holds the like dragon serpent thing. I can open that with an interact with objects, right?
Wait, what dragon serpent thing?
The cool orb that I bought at the auction that we then
Oh, the
used to
Pokeball?
the Pokeball I can open with an interact with objects, right?
That was holding the Coatl?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Coatl wasn't very happy about being held.
Right, but
he
I
wanted
told
to get
him
out of
I
there.
told him that if he went back in it I'd release him.
And then you held him for several weeks.
But he doesn't know that. He
Are
doesn't
you
know
sure?
how he doesn't know how long it would take me to get out of there. He shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, you could. I would allow. Does it say in the item whether it's an action?
You
to release
never
it or not?
you never gave me an actual item. You just
Oh,
told me,
I
hey,
thought I
this is like there wasn't ever an item description. But I feel like
I'll make
I
it a
remember-
bonus action.
It's bonus action. All right.
Yeah.
So I moved 75 feet. We were 200 feet away from like his
Yes,
mom.
you're at 125.
If I jump, can I get farther than?
No, mechanically you have to have movement to jump.
But I like jumping won't get me farther than
Than
moving
your
would,
base
right?
movement, no.
Dang it. All right. Fine. Darn it.
Quaddle, I choose
Alright,
you.
Fine. I'm going to open the Pokeball. I think,
The
Yeah.
whole time that this
I'll
is
open
happening,
I'll open the Pokeball.
you chucking it?
No, I'm gonna
Have a Coatl summon right on top of you?
well, I can like summon above me. If I throw it, it's just gonna be laying there, right?
You can do the Pokeball, I choose you, and then chuck it. And then
Does
make
it come back to me?
No, you'd have to go pick it up.
No, I'll summon on. This is gonna end poorly. You're gonna screw this up for me, and this is gonna end poorly, and I'm gonna die, aren't I?
The choice is yours, not
I
his.
know. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna open it, and then as I open it and it comes out, I'm gonna yell at it that, like pointing to his mom, and be like, "She's the reason I couldn't let you out."
Oh,
Make a deception check.
I'm not very good at that.
I mean, technically, it's not deceptive.
It's not. She stole my stuff.
Yes, but that
Okay.
is not the reason that you couldn't release him any time
But
prior.
he
to
doesn't
that.
know that. He was in a
That's why
dimensional
this is a
space.
deception check. Let's see, and that's just a wisdom check. Cool. He's
I
a plus
want
5 to
to
that.
add my inspiration to that roll.
Go for it.
She knocked us out and held us in a cage. This was the first time I was able to release you.
Not since you got out of the watery prison. That's why this is a
It
deception.
is
check.
because we were stuck in Vatica. I couldn't just
We got
release it
attacked
into.
and immediately pulled us into a
Yeah,
parade.
we were
And
immediately
You
in a parade.
didn't transport to Vatica. You got out of the water, got onto a boat, were
No,
there
and
for a
the
little
dude
while,
teleported
and
us
then
right back.
got
No,
teleported back to Vatica.
the dude was there, the one who could do the fancy teleportation stuff, and he teleported
Yeah.
us right back to
You had a
Vatica.
few minutes. That's why it's a deception check. Also, her being the reason.
She was the reason.
Okay. But anyways, go ahead and throw that D10 at it there, Josh.
alrighty.
And I'm rolling this in the open after y'all are done rolling. It has a +5 to wisdom. So it's a 16.
So it got a 13.
So we got a 13. It looks at you, and then it looks that direction. What's its movement speed? 90 feet movement speed.
Oh my gosh.
And it takes off that direction.
I'm so happy I used inspiration.
Reaching the place, but that's it. That's all it can do this turn.
You also could have used Portent.
I don't have. I have a Portent dice because we haven't long rested.
You have long rested so many times.
Oh, well, let me run 2 d20s real quick because I haven't used those then.
And so that would have been a bonus action, right?
Frick, yes.
Yes, that was a bonus action. Use
Okay,
expeditious retreat for your action.
Well, I would have used expeditious retreat as my bonus action to run the 75 feet, and then I use my action for the bonus action to release it.
Yeah.
So that's my turn.
Cool. It's the minion's turn, and also Kedron's mom. Kedron, your mom looks down at you and goes, "Can't even die, can you? Whatever. Have fun. He served his purpose." Reaches down, puts her hand on Laura's shoulder, makes a motion, says a word, and vanishes.
Dang it! I needed one more turn.
Both of them are just.
Her and Laura vanish.
I needed one more turn.
The minions begin to sprint away.
I imagine there's a decent amount of like just regular city guard around.
Yeah.
Everybody was summoned here. They're also probably going to be going after these minions that they saw had the post.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's chaos right now. The minions
Apprehend
are
those
running.
people.
People are running. There is a split in space-time that is growing quickly. With that, we're back to the top with Brother Petrovich dead. Maja's up.
This is.
Dang it! I was
He's not
really
going to
looking
touch
for-
it, but he's going to try to like absolutely slam that sword out of the ground with his weapon.
Also, if
Not
I had
direct
gotten
touch.
there, Kedron, if you had taken me up there, I could have marked them.
You slam into that sword. Doesn't budge.
Nothing.
Nothing. The Quaddle hollers back at you, by the way, Iron Cloak. They went to the palace.
Thanks. Sorry I couldn't get you out quicker.
Well, it takes one attack to take that dude down, and if there's any of the, actually, if he was in range of any of the,
Yeah,
the
make an attack
minions,
of opportunity against a minion.
Also, he has Sentinel.
Yeah, just make an attack against the minion.
I'm also going to yell at the Quaddle that there's like defenses around Vatica and that I don't think they should stop it from leaving, but they might. So be careful.
20 Dragonbone Spear, 850. Yeah, you just stab this guy straight through the leg. He's and like collapses to the ground. Anything else on his turn?
He's gonna get the heck out of Dodge away from this terror because he apparently can't make it stop.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So he takes off running. Initiative count 20. This rip has been growing in even the few seconds that you guys have been fighting. It shoots skyward hundreds of feet and begins to widen, and you hear screams and roars, a cacophony. As it widens further, a large hand reaches through and grabs the edge. A massive cloven hoof onto the ground. Exploding from the upper reaches is a cloud of winged beasts flowing out of this rip. A head. Hold on, let me just.
How many turns is this? Is like turn 2, correct?
Yeah, this thing is starting to emerge on turn 2.
Gosh dang.
Because turn 1, he opened the gate. Turn 2, things were standing there waiting for it to open. A massive skeletal head with sharp teeth and large antlers and spikes starts to peek through. Everyone give me a religion check. At advantage, because you've seen an illustration before.
All right, at advantage, religion check.
Bro, does this game have something
That's
against me?
27.
Against me?
You got a 19.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
got 14s on both of those, and the last time I made something at advantage, I got the same number both times.
That's amazing.
Oh, Maja definitely knows what it is.
Oh, Maja definitely knows what it is. Kedron, you're not sure. I need 1 for Lara.
Maja knows it's something he needs to punch.
So I got a 27 with a 19. Maja's got a nat 20 at 21.
Is it supposed to be at advantage for everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it shouldn't have been an advantage for Maja because he wasn't there when y'all saw the illustration. So he gets the leftmost at 15. Sorry. That's a timeline thing. Okay, so that means that Ironcloak and McGear recognize it. Everyone else has never seen the illustration
Hey,
before,
yo.
so doesn't get advantage or is a little
Magic
freaked
guys
out.
for the win.
So you remember way back when you fought the evil priest that was possessed by a demon and you found a certain book?
Yep.
You remember
Oh,
it was
Father Caliban.
named?
That was not, was that Baphomet?
That was the
Yeah.
Bible of Baphomet. And this head peeking out of this rip in space-time is the one that was embellished on the cover.
All right, so I've moved 60 feet out of the.
Point of note, he's one of the princes of hell.
Wait. So,
Prince of the Abyss, sorry.
Brother Petrovich thinks he
Mhm.
can be better than God, so he summoned a demon.
He thought he was opening a gateway to heaven to kill God to become God. He was tricked.
Okay, so I can do.
And by a swarm, I mean clouds continuously streaming out of this. Everyone give me a perception check real quick.
So giant angry minotaur with club, right? With way too many horns on the head.
More like a glaive, like a sword glaive thing is what he has, not a club.
Looks like a club glaive.
It's rough iron.
And I'm not looking at stats, I'm just looking at the pictures.
Iron Cloak, 14. I need perceptions from people. 8 for Ilara. Okay.
Perception, you said,
perception?
from
Yes.
everybody?
Yes.
Hey, I'm not moving. I'm moving under half speed right now. Advantage.
Also, he's like 40 feet tall. I think. Let me find his page real quick.
All right, the way I was envisioning that in my mind, he was way larger than.
That's a dirty for perception.
Brian.
20 foot, actually. He's only 20 feet tall. He's smaller than I thought he was. What's up? 17, 6, 14, 8. Maja 22. Nice. What's
Natural
up?
20 for 20. I got a dirty 30, and Maji got a 22. Natural 20.
You don't have advantage on this.
I'm moving under half my speed. Advantage on
never mind.
perception.
You do.
My
Bro,
movability.
what the heck is with Maja's character? He shouldn't get this high of rolls on things.
And he does anyway. So let's see. Kedron, not McGear, you're a little distracted by Baphomet peeking his head into the world. Father Ironcloak will give it to you. It's not a super high DC. And Maja, for sure, you see more rips in space-time off on the horizon. 1, 2, maybe 3 way over there. Turning around 5, 6 behind you. They're spreading. What's up, McGear?
based on us getting the shards, granted now they're put together, what is the quality of the magic item of the Sword of Joshua?
Artifact.
So based on that, nothing will happen if I cast Disintegrate on it.
Probably not. It's an artifact level item.
Probably need at least 9th level, if not higher
yeah.
level magic to do anything to it.
Random question.
Yeah.
We found all of the pieces on like we didn't find a piece in the Feywild, right?
No.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
So as this is happening, and you all are noticing more of these rips in space-time, around his legs, more demons, round base, begin to spill out. You guys are pretty close to this. You might want to handle that, because it's y'all. We're just going to skip over Bodak there. Kedrin, your turn. You see these things start to pour out, and you see the first of the ground-based demons starting to exit out of this thing.
I'm definitely not going to continue holding onto the sword.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Because you're at ground zero, the hoof lands right next to you.
You said there was more demons like flooding out around.
More are starting, like you see them coming up to the entrance. They're about to start flooding out. The winged demons are already flying out in a cloud up high.
I'm going to use my movement to get a little bit of distance
Mhm.
and move towards where Maja was because he moved back. And
Yeah,
use my act. Huh?
Maw just sprinted, right? Like, or he used his movement.
No, he used his act. Yeah, just use his movement.
Okay.
And I will use my action to
You are
pop out
moving out of
wings.
melee with Baphomet.
Huh?
You are moving out of melee with Baphomet.
Yeah, but I
That
still have a
was ready.
bonus action to disengage.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
And use my action to pop out wings.
All right.
So now I have wings and my spell on my sword. Well, spell it technically on myself, but
Cool. McGear.
Okay, so the rips in space time are continuing to open. Baphomet is about to step out.
Yep.
There's a horde of other entities not far behind.
Yep.
I am
Some of them already coming through, the fast flyers.
currently 140 feet away from this podium.
Yes.
Gosh dang it. There's not enough to do. The sword is stuck in the podium, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So if I'm 140 away, 60 gets me 80 feet away. Okay, I'm going to spend the dash action to get closer. Crap. Freaking Kedron standing right there. Um, 120 feet. I can't do anything because that will end my turn. That puts me 80 feet away.
Yep. All right.
Oh, I am going to yell out to everyone. All spellcasters, prepare to fight. Aim at the portal openings. Knights, stand your ground and draw weapons.
Give me a charisma check with a very high DC, because you guys just spent quite a bit of resources and time scaring the daylights out of these people before literal hell opened up.
That would have been...
I'd like to point out we were specifically trying to get normal people to leave.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yes, but you were just intimidating the crowd in general because that's the only way to do it.
But at the same time, they realize that we knew something and we're fighting against this. We probably
Yeah,
have.
like I
on the up
said,
and up.
just give me the check, please.
That's a charisma saving throw. You need a charisma check in general.
Yes.
Okay, that's Alara's, not mine. I need my charisma.
There's my stat block.
I want to use my portent die and get an 18, so plus my charisma modifier is a 21.
Cool. We'll see what happens on their turn. Anything else on your turn?
Wait, McGear, can't you roll and then before he tells you if it succeeds or not, then you use the portent die?
No.
No, important die is
Oh.
before you roll. Luck die is before I say what happens.
Oh, okay.
Iron cloak.
All right, so I am 125 feet away from this thing. I'm going to assume that I know pretty well that this is not like some low level spell or whatever he's using, or like ritual or whatever to open this rift, right?
Oh yeah.
What did
This
it
is
say?
big
Did
time
it say
freaking
anything
magic.
in the book?
No. The book was about Baphomet, not how to summon Baphomet.
Did the book say anything about how to kill Baphomet?
No, it said a lot about how Baphomet kills you, though.
This is some big chicken magic
That
right here.
that seems like a very unuseful book.
Yeah.
Just gonna point out. Okay, so I'm assuming Expeditious Retreat ended right after that turn.
Yeah.
So I'm moving 25 feet. That puts me at 100 feet away.
Mhm.
And I can tell, like, I know this is probably going to be meta knowledge. I'm assuming Dispel Magic ain't going to do jack diddly against this ritual, right?
Honestly, it's pretty easy to tell. Probably not.
Probably not. All right. I don't know what to do.
Are you telling me if I would have decided to go ahead and not do my buff and jump up and kill Petrovich, we could have got him before he did this?
Not where you're at in the turn order, maybe. Well, no, actually, yeah, because you would have had surprise, maybe. I thought you were going for your mom anyway.
I was, but I was still going to take Maja with me.
Yeah, had you not done the buff, you might have prevented it, maybe.
And how tall is this rift?
Right now, it's a couple 100 feet,
But Baphomet's only like
20 feet.
20 feet tall.
But lots of winged flyers are just pouring out in clouds
Well, I can't
right
do
now.
jack diddly about them. Not with the spells I have done. All right. So I'm not close enough to use that. That sucks. All right, I guess yeah, I guess I'm using Expeditious Retreat again. And so
You're continuing to move forward?
yes, and if I use, so it's my bonus action to cast that, so I get to move 75 feet. So I'm at 150 feet from where I'm 50 feet away from the stage.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I cannot do anything.
Cool.
else.
The bandit
What is
captain
the
people.
podium made of?
Stone. Maja.
Is anything close to Maja right now?
Not at the moment.
He's going to pull out his crossbow and shoot at something coming out.
Cool. Make an attack roll. High or low?
What's closest?
Well, starting at about 30 feet up and higher, you have a cloud of flyers coming out. Already out, so starting to swirl around the area, and then just right at the edge, just behind Baphomet and some starting to skitter through his feet, you have walkers.
Since he has range, he's going to shoot at some of the flyers.
Okay, make 3 attacks in quick succession. All right, first to a natural 1, crossbow, misfire, snaps the string. What?
That was longbow, not his crossbow.
Oh, sorry, longbow, snaps the string.
go to light crossbow then. It'll just
Go
be
for it.
different
Light
damage.
crossbow, same rolls,
Actually,
natural
same
20.
damage, just different range.
Slams into one straight through the wing or straight to the chest. It falls to the ground. It's an imp. This third shot slams into another one, clipping its wing as it begins to spiral out of the ground, but it's like a thimble in the ocean.
Bro, how does something spiral out of the ground?
Sorry, to the ground. Whatever. Anything else on his turn?
Um, continuing to kind of back up because he's not sure what's going on. He's kind of
Using
freaking
his
out.
movement to retreat. Environment's turn. We'll just go ahead and put all the people on this initiative too. They start firing. The flyers start dive bombing, and it is a slaughter. They start taking out some of the flyers, but all of those that were rallied to your cry are being quickly overwhelmed by the sheer force of numbers as cambions and imps and all sorts of unspeakable hooked horror flying monsters are pouring out of this and dive bombing the crowd. Innocent people being grabbed by 3 or 4, ripped apart and devoured. The crawlers begin to charge forward. A whip made pure of fire out of this rip in space wraps around the koala and with a single yank rips it in half out of the sky as you see a pit fiend and then another and then another and then another beginning to make their way out of this hole as Baphomet takes another step forward, reaches down, grabbing the sword, which in his hand is very small.
Toothpick.
He's big. Pulls it out of the ground, and as he holds it, it begins to grow and morph and becomes all spiky and gross and dripping with ichor. Anyone speak Infernal?
Kristen does.
No, I speak undercommon.
Sorry, Abyssal.
Oh,
My bad,
Abyssal?
Abyssal. Yes.
I think I speak Abyssal.
As his hoof comes down on Brother Petrovich's body and it spatters under his hoof, in a deep, guttural, growling voice, he says, "Shame. I wanted to kill him myself." He takes this sword above his head and drives it back into the ground. A shockwave of just purely noxious energy radiates out from him. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
How far out is the shockwave?
Yes,
Anyone by me
like
with
the city.
bonus.
Oh, Lara, how far out were you?
I'm 5 feet from you. Last time I checked.
Either that one.
Okay.
So it's
The Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yes.
shoot.
Anything above a 20, let me know.
I have 20.
I have a 20 plus Alara's thing, so
Nice. So you two save. You'll only take half damage, and you aren't knocked prone.
How close would I be to Alara if I've been using the dash action?
She has 40 feet of movement. Plus she's up to 80 each turn. So what are
I
you
only
doing for
have
turn?
one turn.
You should have had 2.
Yeah, you should have had 2. Did we skip you?
No one asked me.
Oh,
What
sorry, I skipped you. What'd you do this last turn?
At what point did my turn pass exactly?
Between McGear and Ironcloak.
Okay.
so the portal just
You
opened
ran.
and stuff kind of stepped out.
Yeah, stuff kind of stepped out. You see the clouds of things coming out.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep
The
dashing.
slaughter has not begun.
And then how far away does that put me then?
You
100,
were 200. You moved 80.
She's
you moved
40
80,
feet away.
60 or 40 feet away.
40 feet away. Do I see the hoof yet?
Yeah.
Well, she's 40 feet away. She's about even with me and Maja then.
You're about even with him, with Maja and Kedron. You're kind of in the same vicinity. Yeah, you see Baphomet stepping out. You see Baphomet's head, hoof.
Oh, that means I hit 20 then.
Hold on. I want to put Hunter's mark on the guy with the hoof.
Go for it. You hunters mark Baphomet.
Okay.
You also have your bow.
She used an action to get that far. If she
Yeah,
got another. 80.
That would be turn.
Okay. And then all of that happens. The slaughter begins. People being ripped apart and devoured. You see several pit fiends coming out of the abyss.
Does anyone react to me saying spellcaster cast spells
Yeah, that was everyone starting to shoot,
And then they all got murdered.
and then start becoming immediately overwhelmed with their numbers.
Dang.
Like I said, when I say there is a cloud of flyers coming out, I mean like they're still float. You ever seen like a horde of bats come out of a cave and darken the sky a little bit?
I was just gonna say, end game.
It just keeps going.
Right. So the one that was accidentally at advantage was me, Kedron.
So
So if
Kedron is
she's
16.
up biased, that's that base 20.
Yeah. So anyone under 20 is knocked prone.
You need to roll my gears, Kedron.
So if,
Mages,
mean
that was
Mages?
at
Yeah.
12 right here.
so if it's
Oh.
20 or higher, or is it
20 or
19?
higher. 20 meets.
Okay?
And then you will take. Everyone takes half damage if you succeed, full damage if you fail.
How much damage?
Let's find out. 16 on a fail, 8 on a success of necrotic, if it matters to anybody. As the air around you becomes thick with this miasma of just evil. You know, the opposite of every church you've been into is sanctified ground in this place, where someone has, made it magically sanctified ground? That. The opposite of that.
This is giving Loki vibes.
I'd like to throw money at him to make him go away.
Not that kind of church. And as you begin to face this absolute tide of demons that show no hint of stopping, only getting stronger as literal pit fiends are walking out, is where
What
we
does the
will
quaddle
end.
do?
Huh?
What does the quaddle do?
It died.
It got ripped in half.
What? When?
When the pit fiend whipped its whip of fire out of the hole in space time, caught the Coatl and ripped it in half.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Coatls are
bad.
only challenge rating 4.
It just got free.
Pit fiends are challenge rating 20. And there's a bunch of them.
So, are we continuing or ending?
This is where we're ending for the evening. I will meet you all next week to see where this goes.
So this world currently has an archlich,
Hold
an
up.
ancient dragon.
Hold on. We're going to finish the stream first. So have a good night. And until next time, Deus Vault.